KNDY.
Good evening, Friday night sports football fans. It's a cold, chilly night over here in Linn, but a hot contest is about to get underway on the football field. Linn Bulldogs host the Hanover Wildcats in tonight's TVL district matchup. Max Blasky here with you tonight. We'll find a little bit of a sore throat, but we'll get through it as we go through. Friend Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight here joining me tonight too. Jeff, why don't we take a look at this game real quick? First off, starting with the home Linn Bulldogs, what do you hope to see from them in this contest?
Well, with Linn, it does start with their quarterback play, with the way that they can move the ball down the field. They've got to find that second target, though. They've got to find that second option outside of the quarterback, outside of Gavin Turk, and that's going to be key for the Bulldogs tonight to find that number 2 guy.
And, of course, it is senior night here for the Bulldogs. 2 seniors playing. Quarterback Gavin Turk and Will Olson will be honored here as we get going. Looking at the Hanover Wildcats, they come into season 3-3 after falling last week 50-6-0. They are, of course, led by quarterback Ryken Stahlbaumer. The junior in the backfield will be the big story here tonight. So I think as we start to get talking, it's going to be the battle of the quarterbacks.
Definitely, and I think last week really shows something with Hanover. They're going to have to get over what happened there. I think they can do that pretty easily and use this one as a little bit of fuel against the Bulldogs. I think it's maybe you never want to say a good loss, but a learning chance for Hanover this year.
Going against an Axel team last week that had won 32 games, or that was their 32nd win in a row. It's pretty hard to believe that run the Eagles are on. We're about 20 minutes away here from kickoff on a football Friday between the 2-4 Linn Bulldogs and the 3-3 Hanover Wildcats on this KNDY featured game of the week. I want to thank our sponsors before we get started. Bruna Implement, Hanover Hospital, B&W Electric, Moe's Stop Shop in Linn, United Bank of Trust of Linn, Blue Valley Technologies, Inline Construction, Hanover, the Blue Valley Insurance Agencies, Citizen State Banks, Ricky's Cafe in Hanover, Coolman Implement, Titan West, Midwest Products, Set Brothers Petroleum, Hanover Housing Authority, Hanover Electric, Freeman Farmers Mutual Insurance, the Linn Nursing Home, OK Service, Main Street Market in Hanover, Goog's Bar and Grill in Hanover, Andy's Hardware and Lumber, and, of course, the Landall Company. About 17 minutes away from kickoff here between the Bulldogs and the Wildcats. We're going to take our first timeout. Don't go anywhere as our pregame coaches' interviews are right around the corner.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Hanover Hospital is your hospital close to home where your friends and neighbors provide high-quality, family-friendly, state-of-the-art health care for you and your family, featuring holistic pain management with local personalized treatment, as well as cardiac, imaging and radiology, lab and therapy services, and emergency room facilities, all at Hanover Hospital. Hanover Hospital and the Warren Clinic are offering free sports and school physicals. Call today to schedule your appointment.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
So what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with professional Rheem HVAC service that'll keep your home comfy year-round, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort.
72 degrees, and I'm good to go.
Get professional service in all brands of equipment. Call B&W Electric in Hanover, your local Rheem contractor, at 785-337-2598 today.
Moe's Stop and Shop in Linn is your stop. Fuel up and fill up at Moe's Stop and Shop. They have gas available, plus they have drinks, snacks, and a whole lot more. Your convenience store is Moe's Stop and Shop. Find them right off the highway in Linn, Moe's Stop and Shop.
Max Blasky back here with you tonight, along with my friend Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight. With me on the color analyst here on this breezy Friday here in Linn. Winds will be about 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. It's going to be a chilly night for football, but a hot one on the field between the Wildcats and the Bulldogs here tonight. Looking at both of these teams just real quick, Linn comes in with a 2-4 record on the season, winning their last game out 84-18. That 84 points was the most points scored in Linn high school football history. So the offense is hot for the Bulldogs. Coach Trevor Kuhlman, who we'll talk to here in just a little bit on our pregame coaches interview, hopes to keep that offense going here tonight. As for the Hanover Wildcats, they come in after a 56-0 loss at Axtell. Jeff and I were just talking about it a moment ago. Nothing to hang your head about in that contest against a very high-powered Axtell Eagles team in that one. Looking at the district standings, Hanover comes in with a 2-1 record in district, of course 3-3 overall, while Linn on the opposite side 1-2 in districts, 2-4 in the starting or for the overall standings. So an opportunity here tonight to flip those district standings to stay out of playing that number 1 seed in District 4, which looks to be Osborne as we go at it. Of course, here tonight, the Linn Bulldogs face the Hanover Wildcats over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Bruce Biergeen and Jason Brenniger have the call on that one, as Marysville has made the trip east to face Hiawatha. So, Jeff, looking around the league as well tonight in the TVL, what other action do we see going on tonight?
Well, we start off a big one in the TVL, Axtell taking on Frankfort. Elsewhere, Blue Valley is at Doniphan West. The Centralia Panthers host Riverside. Clifton Clyde hosts Rock Hills. Onega is at Troy. Valley Heights takes on Wabaunsee. And Washington County facing El Saline in a big matchup for the Tigers. That one could be important for Washington County.
Now, looking real quick at that Axtell-Frankfort game, a state-ranked game, both teams within that first to 5 in that matchup. What do you expect to see, or what do you hope to see if you're Coach Nick Anderson going up against, like we talked about, that high-powered Axtell team?
They need to be gap assignment, friendly. They need to be smart about what they do. The Frankfort defense is going to have the biggest test of the night, trying to slow down an Axtell offense that is consistently putting up points. I think the offense knows what they're doing for Frankfort. Wes Anderson is one of the better quarterbacks in the league by far. I think if that offense continues to do what they do, it's really going to be on that Frankfort defense. Can they slow down Axtell?
And an opportunity next week, too, to catch the Frankfort Wildcats. We'll have their game over at Hanover next week. It's going to be senior night for the Wildcats next Friday in the last regular season scheduled game, Week 8 of the Kansas high school football season next week before we start getting into playoffs. It's hard to believe that this football season is already wrapping up. We're going to take our second time out. Keep it tuned in right here, though. We're going to sit down with head coach of the Hanover Wildcats, Matt Hoyer, as well as head coach for the Bulldogs, Trevor Kuhlman, as we're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff here on our Friday night featured game of the week on KNDY as the Linn Bulldogs host the Hanover Wildcats.
October is Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is celebrating. Join us on Friday, October 27th for Drive-Thru Donut Day. Swing through on your way to work or school and have breakfast on us at our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. We'll be giving away donuts, hot apple cider, coffee, special merchandise, and 2 chances to win $25 Blue Valley bill credits. We hope to see you on Friday, October 27th in Home City.
I know it takes good hands to place the winning kick. This is Jack Bloomer, holder of the Big 12 champion Kansas State Wildcats. Inline Construction of Marysville specializes in concrete, commercial, and residential construction. Call them today at 785-562-5525 to plan and execute your building project. When you hire Inline, rest assured you'll be in good hands from start to finish.
As a business owner, you work hard to make a profit. Earning a living and supporting your family is always on your mind. At Blue Valley Insurance, we can help you lower your business expenses by finding the right insurance coverage at the best rate to protect your investments. Our agents have many years of experience handling all types of insurance policies, including commercial insurance. We have offices in Linn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville. Put us to work for you. Blue Valley Insurance.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome to our Friday night featured game of the week. Coach's pregame sit-down. First, catching up with Hanover head coach Matt Hoyer. Coach, you fell 56-0 versus Axtell last time out. After taking a look at the tape and processing that one for a week, what were your final thoughts?
We've kind of struggled with slow starts, and it's really important at the beginning of the game, we execute a little better and, kind of get to a better start to where maybe, we don't fall down so early. And I think that, that was kind of magnified a little bit with, a very good team in Axtell. And I think that our kids, were kind of knocked in the mouth, and, in our response, we were a little bit sluggish. And I think that, kind of led to a lot of compounded things that put us behind the eight ball pretty quickly.
Now, this is your 19th year coaching football up there at Hanover, Matt. What have you seen change over the last couple of years, and how have you been able to adapt to those different changes?
Well, I think every year, you have to adapt a little bit, not only to the athletes that you have, but also to, different things and different schemes that people are, running towards you. That's one thing, as far as, through the course of, my years of coaching, you have to continue to adapt, and you have to continue to learn, and you have to continue to change, a few things here and there. Those adjustments are going to be key, and, that's one of those things where, I probably didn't do a very good job last week, and I need to put our kids into a better situation to, be successful on Friday nights.
Now we're winding down to the end of the season here. Last two scheduled games for the year before Week 9 pops up. How important are these two contests for your team, not only from the winning standpoint, but to get some seeding in districts?
Well, I think extremely important, not only just, trying to get a little bit of that momentum back that we had there for the previous 3 weeks, but also to, get our seeding the very best that we possibly can. And I think that's, extremely important on both ends because, at the end of the day, as long as you make it into the playoff, you have a chance. But at the same time, hosting a game or, less travel or playing a lower seed on the other end is, definitely important. And it's one of those things where, like, the momentum that we gain here in the next 2 weeks can be extremely important.
Now, as you look at tonight's contest versus the Bulldogs, what is Linn going to throw at you, and what are you going to have to be prepared for?
They run the ball hard, and they want to come right downhill at you. They have a very good quarterback in the open field, and it's going to be extremely important for us to, make sure that he doesn't get up to full speed before we get to him. We got to keep him bottled up, and we got to keep him from, breaking into the open field, and we got to keep him from, getting into the open. It's one of those things where we've got to be extremely assignment sound, and we got to make sure that, we keep our angles and we keep our gaps, and we don't allow, those creases for him to break through.
Joined now by head coach of the Linn Bulldogs, Trevor Kuhlman. Coach, a 84-18 offensive explosion last time out versus Donovan West. What'd you take away from that contest after watching the film and a week worth of practice?
I thought we did a lot of positive things. Part of that 84 points was we had great field position on a lot of drives. And, we come out, we'd execute, run one or two plays, and we're able to score. So it's kind of one of those things, we never anticipated that we were going to score 84 points, but we're able to get a lot of kids opportunities. I think we had 7 different kids score a touchdown, got a defensive touchdown, and returned a kickoff. So we found different ways to put the ball in the end zone, so that was kind of exciting.
2, you talked about executing when you get down there in the red zone and on those short fields. How important was that to see that you were able to do that?
It was nice, in a lot of ways this year we've been carried by 1 or 2 kids offensively. They've kind of taken on the load, and to see some other kids step up and rise up to the occasion was nice to see, and gives us confidence moving forward that we can rely on those kids to make plays.
Now, your defense was able to hold Donovan West to 18 points in last Friday's contest after a few blowout losses there for you guys. Is that a confidence booster going into tonight's game versus Hanover, or how do you take that?
It definitely is. I mean, whenever you can slow somebody down, especially after the gauntlet we've played the last 2 weeks with Axtell and Frankfort, anytime you can have some success is going to build confidence.
Now, when you look at this Wildcats team, what are you going to have to be prepared for in tonight's game?
They've got some good skill players. They're pretty athletic. They've got some decent speed, and we have to be able to control the ball and attempt to slow them down. They're a good team. They're well coached, and their kids know how to win.
This has been the KNDY Friday night featured game of the week. Pre-game coaches sit down with head coach of the Hanover Wildcats, Matt Hoyer, and head coach of the Linn Bulldogs, Trevor Kuhlman. Now don't touch that dial. Friday night action is right around the corner.
Ricky's Cafe in Hanover ain't just good, it's home. From their daily specials to a full menu, choose your favorite served fresh, hot, and fast. Your family when you stop at Ricky's Cafe, and you're welcome anytime. Enjoy the delicious menu choices, and of course, when you're hosting an event, bring Ricky's Catering along. With a variety of options available, always at affordable prices. Call for your next engagement and count on Ricky's Cafe at Hanover. From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
You work night and day to get the crop in. You worry about the weather. You worry about prices. You have repairs to deal with at the worst possible times. It's a lot of work and a lot of worry. But when it's all said and done, you wouldn't trade places with anyone. Making things grow is in your blood. It's in ours, too. We're a community ag bank. Citizens State Bank. Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Kuhlman Implement and Hardware is your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Kuhlman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Kuhlman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
Max Plasky back with you here in Linn. Hanover Wildcats versus the Bulldogs, out 2 minutes away from getting started. We're going to bring you your starters real quick. First for the visiting Wildcats, number 2, Cameron Juniman Jr., number 4, sophomore Braylon Mine, number 5, junior Riken Stahlbaumer, number 13, a sophomore Tanner Bruna, number 18, a sophomore Alec Juniman, number 24, a junior Braden Schwartz, number 32, a senior Levi Griffin, and number 34, a senior Patrick Cook. The Wildcats are coached by head coach Matt Hoyer into his 19th year here at Hanover. Now for the Linn Bulldogs, starting with them, number 2, a freshman Grayson Oldie, number 4, a senior Gavin Turk, number 5, it's junior Connor Oldie, number 8, a senior Will Olson, number 12, a sophomore Zach Hilgen, number 44, a junior Matt Kern, number 45, a sophomore Dylan Oldie, and number 77, a junior Jackson Welch. The Linn Bulldogs are head coached by Trevor Kuhlman, entering his 3rd year here at Linn. We're just about underway in this district matchup between the Bulldogs and the Wildcats here on a chilly breezy yet beautiful Friday night for football. Max Blasky with you. Jeff Wirtz here to my right as we get situated here in Linn, ready for kickoff. Hanover will be in their road white tops with blue pants and white helmets with a a blue power hat on the side, while Linn will be in their all black uniforms with a gold stripe down the pants and their black helmets. Linn will receive the first kick. Hanover will kick off here west to east, right to left. As we see, its temperature is just about 50 degrees here, wind about 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. It's a chilly one. It's a breezy one. It's going to be a good one here on our Friday night feature game here on KNDY. First kickoff of the game goes deep down into the end zone. No return coming up for Linn on their first possession, but they'll get an opportunity to get their offense on the field first. Jeff, we talked about it coming off an impressive 82-yard win, an 84-point win last week. Chance to get the offense going first here for the Bulldogs.
And I think that offense needs to stick with them in this one. If they can use some of the things that they did last week and get going this week, it'll be a huge key in this ballgame.
Of course, the Bulldogs will be led by their quarterback, Gavin Turk, in this one. Starting under center will be Grayson Oldie, though, as Turk is in the backfield. Turk's going to go left-right on the handoff, breaks one tackle now, second one. First down for Turk as he gets close to midfield. Good run there for the senior on senior night. About an 18-yard pickup there for Turk on the first run of the night. Talking to head coach Trevor Coolman, he said Turk is one of those players who just wants to get the ball in his hands the majority of the time. There we see him in the backfield, taking the handoff down the left side of the field, picking up the first down for the Bulldogs. I formation now. It'll be Oldie followed by Dylan Oldie. Hands off to Turk, following his big fullback up the middle. Fights through the middle of that Hanover defense for about 3 to 4 yards. That will be it for Linn on this first down play. I'm going to be interested, Jeff, in watching how this Hanover defense, I think, handles Linn. As you look at it, obviously it starts with Gavin, but an opportunity that Linn can, get some big plays going here in this one.
And you saw what Hanover did there. They were quick to the ball. They've got to be there. They've got to be at the point of attack right off the bat, and they are doing that so far.
Had an opportunity to watch Hanover a couple weeks ago in a win against Blue Valley, as Turk's going to try the right side of the line. He stopped up for no gain on that one, but very impressed with that Hanover defense a few weeks ago against the Blue Valley in a victory that the Wildcats ended up pulling out. But the front line of Patrick Cook and Levi Griffith really played a role in that one. So I'll be interested to see how this front line defense for the Wildcats plays here tonight. No score as we're just getting under 11 minutes. 0-0 is the score. First third down of the game. 3rd down and 6. Ball will be just short of midfield at about the 35-yard line. There's going to be a flag on the play. That's going to be the first one on Hanover. Offsides on the defense there for the Wildcats. First accepted penalty here tonight on either side, as that will give Linn a free first down. On that, Jeff went with the hard count, able to get the Wildcats to jump.
And that's something that you don't necessarily always see from Hanover. They bid on that hard count and really just gave them 5 yards.
Might have been a blitz coming on that one. A no dice. Dylan Oldie's going to get his first carry of the night as he goes across the midfield strike to about the 41-yard line. Well, we're going to say a gain of no gain on that one. So last 3 plays, Linn has been trying to pound that inside portion of the Hanover defense. Defense staying strong so far.
And they're so quick to the ball. That's what Hanover does. They are so quick and get there as a team, and that is everything in 8-man football.
Tight I formation. It will be Grayson Oldie under center with Dylan Oldie behind him. Oldie's going to fight forward through a few yards there. There's going to be Dylan, the big fullback. He picks up about 4 yards on the second down run. That's going to bring up our second, 3rd down here of the night. 3rd down and 6, just short of the 35-yard line for Hanover.
And Linn is doing a great job. This is what they need to do in this ballgame. Just slowly work the clock. If they've got to go on these 3rd downs, they've got to do that. But keep the offense on the field That's how you win ball games.
A few weeks ago against the aforementioned high-powered Frankfurt offense, Linn took the first 8 minutes off the clock down to a scoring drive in that one. Looking to do the same here a little bit faster as Oldie's going to get close to a first down. That's going to be Dillon again on the run. Let's see where they mark him. It's going to be just short by about 6 inches, we're going to call it. So a pickup of 5 on third down at 6, and head coach Trevor Kuhlman's going to keep that offense out there.
This will be the first big test for the offensive line of Linn. Can they get the push?
First big test for the Linn defensive line, too, as well. Griffin and Cook up there along with Juneman on that left side. Gun formation, as it will be Gavin Turk in the backfield. Now he sneaks up under center. He's going to be stopped on the left side, trying to get to the left side of that guard. A big push came from behind him. We're going to see where they mark him. It's going to be awfully close to a first down. The old Philadelphia Eagles brotherly push came into mark there. And they're going to be short. Just short of a first down will be Linn on their first offensive possession. Awfully close to a first down mark there. An awfully good job of the Linn defense coming up strong in the middle.
And you can't fault the Linn offense for what they did there. They gave it their best push, but Hanover just stepped up and made that play. Big-time play for Hanover.
Big-time play. First turnover on downs for Linn, one that offense had to have into Hanover territory. An opportunity now to get a look at this Hanover offense. It's averaging 25 points per game here in this season. Stahlbomber will be in the back, goes in motion, mine left to right, now stands behind Stahlbomber. Snap goes to Stahlbomber, direct run up the middle, down the right side. Defensive stop up the middle by the Bulldogs for a gain of a few. Good answer there by the Bulldogs, getting the stop on Hanover.
And once again, Matt Hoyer's offense, Matt Hoyer's playbook, opening up. You saw motion there. You thought maybe this was going to be a different type of play. Ends up being just straight ahead. A magician, Matt Hoyer, with his playbook, always really shows up.
Two different types of running offense here in this one. Linn will more ground and pound it right down the middle. Hanover's going to get a little tricky with it in that offense. Mine goes in motion again from left to right. There's going to be a handoff up the middle. There's a hole for a first down. Cross midfield, continuing to fight for yardage will be Hanover. All the way up to the 30-yard line. Nice run there by the Wildcats. Alec Juneman getting the run on that one. We're going to give him a pickup of about 12 yards on that one, we're going to say, as Hanover moves into Linn territory.
And that was a great run right there. He stayed down low and was able to get the yards that he needed. A big-time run, and maybe a nice piece that Hanover can use in this one.
Two receivers right. It will be Juneman to the left, hit of Stahlbomber again. There's going to be a swing pass right side to the athletic Braylon Mine, tackled on the corner after a pickup of a few yards. Waiting for him in his lap, Grayson Oldie there. The freshman's going to get the tackle to his credit, and Hanover's going to pick up 6 on that passing play.
And credit Oldie there. He broke down and did exactly what he needed to do, make a form tackle and get that play stopped.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Matt Hoyer gets his guys involved. A lot of athletes out there on the field for Hanover in this one. Already seen Mine get some touches. Juneman, too, as well. We'll see if they go to their running back, Aiden Olgene, as the night goes on. Here's going to be a sweep left side, getting all the way down to the 10-yard line. First down is going to be the call for Hanover, as they are marching in this one.
That was a nice job there, getting the ball outside the hashes and was able to pick up some yardage.
15-yard run there will be Cameron Juneman's second tote of the night, or first tote of the night, excuse me, on that one, as now Hanover is threatening deep inside the red zone. Ball will be marked at the 10-yard line, first and goal to go for Hanover, actually just outside the 10 at the 11. Stahlbomber in the backfield. To his hip side will be Olgene, the before mentioned. Stahlbomber's going to keep the option play. He's going to run right, has a seam down close to the end zone, going to be tackled just short of it inside the 5. Stahlbomber will pick up about 7 yards in that one, down to about the 3-yard line. And just like that, Jeff, Hanover already threatening on their first offensive possession.
Hanover's got to cash in on this one. They put in too much effort in this possession to not get points out of it.
Talked to Matt Hoyer on our Coach's Corner interview. Talked about getting started fast here in this contest. Looking for his offense to take the lead early here in this one. Stallbaumer's going to be pushed right up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown, Hanover Wildcats. 2-yard touchdown run by Rankin Stallbaumer with 5:52 left to play here in this first quarter. Gives Hanover the early 6-0 lead. Of course, 2-point conversion pending now for the Wildcats as they strike first here in our Friday night featured game of the week here on KNDY. Of course, Marysville Bulldogs over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 95.5. Stallbaumer in the backfield. Mine goes in motion again, left to right. Fake pitch to him. He's going to look back opposite side. Pass is into the end zone. Caught for a 2-point conversion, and that's going to give Hanover the early 8-0 lead. We're going to take our first time out of the night. Keep it tuned right here as Hanover leads 8-0.
For affordable housing, contact the Hanover Housing Authority in Hanover, Kansas. Proudly serving the Hanover community, Hanover Housing Authority offers 1- and 2-bedroom apartments for rent. The apartments are part of a property with a laundry facility, office, commons area, and maintenance shop. The apartments are clean, safe, and affordable and are located close to schools, businesses, and churches in the Hanover community. Hanover Housing Authority does not discriminate tenants. For more information, contact 785-337-2692.
Not everyone's going to become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the best products in the business, you also get a traditional experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you could always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll free 1-800-252-0847.
At their own 15.
Max Blonsky back here with you. Jeff Words to my left as Hanover strikes a first in this one. Kickoff goes into the back of the end zone, so Linn will have their second offensive possession of the night. Jeff, first opportunity they ran it pretty good, just couldn't convert on a fourth down.
And that's going to be something that I know Coach Kuhlman will talk about the rest of the game, capitalizing on those plays, capitalizing on when they need it.
A short fourth down and one. Linn was stopped. Here's going to be a first down play. Turk's going to take it up the middle for about 6 inches. We'll give him a full yard on that one. It'll be 2nd and 9 now from about the 15-yard line. Jeff, too, just kind of like we saw, keeping it in the hands of Gavin Turk. They all do it all. Offensive player for the Bulldogs here early in this one.
A nice steady dose of Turk will really help.
There's going to be a fumble on the play as Oldie tried to get it to Turk. It looks like Hanover recovered it, and they do. That's going to be the first mistake here of the night for the Bulldogs as they fumble it inside their own 20-yard line and give the Hanover Wildcats excellent field possession here now.
That could be a big-time problem for Linn if they cannot hold on to the ball tonight, and early on they have not been able to. If they cannot hold on to the ball, it could spell doom for the Bulldogs.
Looked like kind of a broken play, too, there as, quarterback went to one side, everyone flowed to the other. Just a simple mistake now. We'll give Hanover excellent field position. Stallbaumer in the backfield. He's going to keep it back. He's going to pass now down the right side. He's going to find his receiver. It's going to be caught near the goal line. Did he get in?
And takes it down, dude. Didn't quite get in.
Not quite in was the call. Found Tanner Baruna there on the outside. They're giving him a 14-yard pickup. The ball's going to be down inside the 5.
Boys, no instant replay. They're going to have to figure it out on their own.
Referee still discussing here on this one. Bruna did a good job of catching the ball and run after catch. Caught it about the 10-yard line. On his way all the way down to the 1 or 2 yard line is going to be the call. So Hanover now in excellent scoring position. Stallbalmer in the backfield. It will be Alec Juniman now to his right. Run receiver right. There goes the snap over the head of Stallbalmer. Stallbalmer is now going to try and make something happen. He's going to be tackled for a big loss by the Hanover defense. Ball's going to go all the way back to the 15-yard line. Jeff watched that Blue Valley game a couple weeks ago, and they had 3 snaps go over the head of Stallbalmer. They're going to have to sure that one up here in this one.
That seems to be a problem throughout the year for Hanover. That couldn't have come at a worse time for the Wildcats. Just when it looked like they were about to knock the door down, they get pushed back a little bit. They've got to recover from that.
Second down now and 15. We're going to call it now after Linn fumbled it inside their own 20 moments ago.
Second and goal from the 15.
Wildcats lead this one, got the first score with about 5:52 to play in that first quarter, leading 8-0 here. Just under 5 minutes left to play here before quarter break. Stallbalmer in the backfield with the Juniman to his left. Stallbalmer's going back to pass. Good hands there by the Linn defense. That was Wyatt Wyke getting his big call up there, and going to have to be something the Linn Bulldogs continue to do here tonight if they're going to want to be successful on the defensive side.
Wyke does a good job of getting into the lanes that the passers create, and he was able to knock that down. Big play there.
If you watch any college or NFL football, they always talk about it. You know, if the pass rusher can't get to it, to stick your hands up, and did a good job there of putting those mitts in the air, batting it down. Third down now to go at the 15-yard line. Third down and goal after that snap. Push Hanover back outside their own 10. Stallbalmer's going to look to pass. He's going to look left side. That's going to be complete near the goal line to Juniman. He's going to be stopped short, but inside the 5 there as finding Cameron Juniman for his first reception here tonight.
Cameron Juniman is a player that Hanover needs to get incorporated into this offense. If they can do that, he knows how to handle the ball and can do a very good job with it.
Fourth down and 4 now to go from the 4-yard line. And we're going to have a timeout here on the field. We're going to take it here with you. Hanover leading in this one, 8-0, 4:07 left to play, first quarter.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
For all your gas and service needs, it's OK Service Station in Hanover. You'll get fast, friendly, dependable service every time you visit. They have fuel available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Ask how you can get a gas card for 24-hour fueling at OK Service. They also handle tires, tire repair, exhaust work, and oil changes too. Stop by, say hi to the folks at OK Service in Hanover.
Max Blasey back with you here. Jeff Work with the DVL spotlight to my left. Hanover's threatening again on their second possession inside the 5 after a turnover inside Hanover territory. Fourth down and 4 now to go from the Wildcats. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Running back in the backfield to the right of Stallbalmer will be Juniman. There's going to be a pass incomplete, excuse me. No, it was caught there. Cameron Juniman with the 4-yard touchdown completion there. Hanover puts it up 6, and just too easy there for the Wildcats.
It was just a simple slant play and got it right across the middle and had the Bulldog defense flat on their feet.
Stallbalmer's favorite receiver here so far tonight. Second catch for Juniman. First touchdown on the night. 2 receivers are right. Juniman into the left of Stallbalmer. Going in motion will be a Wildcat looking back to pass into the flat. Caught for Juniman, and that's going to give Hanover the early 16-0 lead here in this one. We're going to take a timeout. 4:03 left to play as Hanover leads 16-0.
Main Street Market in Hanover is a proud supporter of all Wildcat athletics. Stay up to date on all the new deals, sales, and more by visiting their Facebook page. Stop by and check out everything they have for your next gathering, family event, or game day. When holidays roll around, don't fret. Main Street Market has you covered. Sure to have everything you need to keep the family full and happy. That's the Main Street Market, downtown Hanover, your local hometown grocery store. Linn Community Nursing Home raises the standard in long-term residential care. You'll discover a family-oriented atmosphere where visitors are welcome 24/7. Rooms are already furnished and can be personalized with your favorite photos, decor, and extra touches. Your loved ones will enjoy the savory restaurant-style menu available, ensuring nutritious meals. Linn Community Nursing Home is more than a facility. They're a tight-knit community and dedicated to providing the best care in a place that feels like home.
16-0 the score. Hanover leading in this one. Keith Kafer gets a boot into that one. That's going to go over the head of Oldie as Hanover will start their third offensive possession. Of course, here tonight, our Friday night featured game of the week over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. The Marysville Bulldogs fighting with the Hiawatha Redhawks. Bruce Dierking and Jason Brenniger on that call. Of course, KNDY is your home for college sports, too, as well this weekend. KU Jayhawks, 2:30 kick down at Oklahoma State. We'll go ahead and call it big upset over K-State last week. That pregame starts right here on 95.5 at 2, while the Wildcats look to redeem themselves down at Texas Tech. That's going to be a 6 p.m. kickoff with a 4 p.m. pregame starting there. First offensive possession for the Bulldogs here on this one. It's going to be a sweep to the left side for Connor Oldie, a 3-yard loss as that Hanover defense has been stifling here tonight on that front line, Jeff.
Linn needs to figure out some way to go away from just their simple, small offense. They've got to go over the top and get something going here because Hanover is sniffing out every small play that they make.
Had a good play on the first, play of the game. Kevin Dirk took it up the hole for a big chunk of yardage. Here's going to be a breakaway run for Dylan Oldie here down to the left side, picking up that lost yardage and then some close to the first down marker. We're going to give him a 13-yard pickup here in this one. A 1st and 10 is going to be the call up to the 25-yard line. Big Dylan Oldie getting into the action there on that one.
Yeah, forget about going with the big play. Just hand it to 45 and let him run because that was impressive.
Dylan Oldie clocking it at 190 pounds. Big boy as a sophomore. Got a bright future here ahead of him in Linn. Here's going to be a run left side. That's going to be Connor Oldie getting the run. Stopped for another loss.
Stopped in the backfield.
Or we're just going to call it a no gain on that one for Oldie. As Hanover has been stifling here tonight. We're going to have a timeout here. We're going to keep it, though, right here as we take a look around the TVL, what else is going on. Jeff, of course, with the TVL Spotlight, you got any score updates for us here tonight?
We have Centralia up 12-0, Valley Heights 16-6 in their ball game. A couple of big games there. Don't have a whole lot else going on. Axel, there we go. Axel is up 14-0 on Frankfurt, 2:26 left in the first quarter. That just coming in.
Wow, that was going to be a heck of a game. We talked about it in the opening. A big district game for both of those teams. You know, when I looked at the Frankfurt schedule, of course, we'll have them on the call next week versus the Hanover Wildcats up at senior night for the Wildcats. But between the Linden game that Frankfurt's played and now this Axel game, this team is going to be tested going into the playoffs.
They're going to go through some things in that district, and they've got the guys to do it, but man, oh man, it's going to be a tough challenge for them.
From their own 25-yard line.
Second down and 10 now for Linn as they look to get on the scoreboard. Ball's going to be at the 25-yard line. In the backfield will be quarterback Grayson Oldie. That's going to be Turk. He's going to flip it down to the left side. Pass is complete to his buddy Dylan Oldie. About a 2-yard pickup there for Turk on the first pass play of the night. Jeff mentioned it there just a little bit ago. Going to have to look to get this offense rolling in some different ways for Linn here tonight.
And that was a little bit dangerous. That pass was just kind of a floater out there. That could have just as easily been taken back by a Wildcat DB and put in for 6 again.
Pass completion nonetheless on a windy night here in Linn. About 20 miles an hour is what we're clocking it in at. So we'll see some grounded down here tonight, but Linn might have to look to get something going. 2 receivers left. It's going to be Oldie in the backfield next to Connor. It's going to be a run up the middle. That's going to be Turk actually in at quarterback, and stopped on the quarterback draw for a loss of 1 was Gavin Turk. Braden Schwartz getting in there for the tackle for loss. And once again, that front line of the Hanover defense staying strong.
I'm not sure that Linn has converted on a 3rd down yet. They have really struggled, and they've got to get that going. They really have to pick up those 3rd downs.
0 for 2 on 3rd down conversion, as well as a turnover inside the red zone for Hanover. Gave them short field. Turk's going to punt it away, gets his hand on this one. Punt goes across midfield, takes a healthy Linn bounce all the way down to about the 21-yard line, and that's where Hanover's going to get their 3rd possession rolling.
1:21 to go in the first.
1:21 here to go in the first quarter yet. Hanover leading this one 16-0. They jumped out first on a 2-yard run by quarterback Ryken Stahlbaumer. And about a minute later, after that turnover inside the red zone for Linn, Stahlbaumer finds Juniman in the back of the end zone for his first touchdown of the night, finding him on both 2-point conversions. Hanover leads at 16-0 here on our KNDY featured game of the week. Max Blasky with you along with Jeff Worst. Stahlbaumer's going to pitch that to his running back down the right side. Has some room, 0-2 rumble. That's going to be Alec Juniman down the right side all the way down to the 20. Goes from the 25 to the 20, and that's going to be a first down Hanover.
Juniman has really impressed me in this game. He is running the ball with effectiveness, and again picks up a nice gain for Hanover.
35 pickup is what we're going to give Juniman. Hanover did a good job of getting to the outside of that Linn defense, putting that defensive edge in limbo, and Stahlbaumer with the correct read on that one. 2 wide formation now, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. It's going to be Juniman to the right of Stahlbaumer again. Long count now here for the quarterback. Swing pass here near side to Hunter Keykafer. That's going to be his first catch of the night. Getting down the sideline, down inside the 10 will be Keykafer. But we do have a flag on the play. Let's see what that one is. Just like that, Jeff, Hanover inside the 10.
This might have been a little bit closer to the line, though. Maybe coming back.
Let's see what the official call is from the White Hat. We're going to have an holding on the offense, so it is going to be on the Wildcats. Second accepted penalty on the night for Hanover.
Go ahead. When you see a bubble screen like that, there's always something that's just a little bit trickery in there, a little bit, hey, try not to look at this, and that's exactly what Hanover pulled off there.
When you get those wide receivers out there trying to block your corners, a lot of times those hands get to the outside, and easy holding call. First down and 13 now to go. Ball on about the 25-yard line. Swing pass out to Keykafer again as he runs over a man down the right side. Boy, a physical run after catch there for Hunter Keykafer.
Keykafer just lowered his shoulder on that play like he was Kenneth Smith and just gets right through there. A big play for them.
Second down and about 3 now, as that was about an 11-yard pickup there for Keykafer, trying to get him involved into this contest here early on. Stahlbaumer is going to be alone on the backfield in this second down play. Juniman will be tight right side, 2 receivers to the left, Keykafer and Bruna. Stahlbaumer's long count now, as going in motion will be Keykafer. Up the middle goes the run for the quarterback draw. We're going to get a first down. Pretty close to it anyway, as now Hanover is inside the 10.
I don't think anyone expected that not to be a quarterback draw. The way they had that spread out, it was perfect for Stahlbaumer to get right up the middle, and he made a terrific play.
Hanover doing a good job of getting all their athletes involved, not only in motion, we talked about it earlier, but also in general, getting everyone the ball that needs to. Rolled under 30 seconds now. First quarter left to play. Hanover leading this one. It's going to be option left side. They're going to pitch to Alec Juniman. He's going to try and catch the head. Ball is out. Linn's going to catch it, that one, and that's going to be a turnover, Hanover.
Oh, wow. The effectiveness of this Hanover offense, just a couple bad mistakes now in deep in their offense. And now they turn this one over and give it back to the Bulldogs.
So just like on that one play before, Hanover fumbles it going into their end zone. A golden opportunity to push this score up. Now Lynn's going to get an opportunity to cut it down. Long field, though, to go. Ball's going to start at their own about 10-yard line. Hanover runs on late. There's a ball again. It's on the ground down the middle. Hanover recovers that one. Just like that, Linn gives it back.
Back and forth, and Linn had the shot, and they gave it up just like that.
Quarterback can't handle the snap on that one. Lynn's going to give it right back to the Wildcats.
Right inside 10.
And, you know, we don't give enough credit to the weather tonight. You go outside and slap yourself on the palm, it's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine that, a pigskin hitting you over and over and over again. That's truly what happened there.
Quarterback under center was taking that snap, must have just hit a little bit too hard off that palm, dropped to the ground, and Hanover in golden position again. Ball inside the 10, we're going to call it about the 9.5. Stahlbaumer in the backfield, and now it's going to be Juniman to his right side. He's going to get the run again, a pickup of about 5 yards, and that's going to take us to a quarter break.
About the 5-yard range, be second and goal.
16-0 our score as Hanover leads in this one. We're moving to the second quarter on our KNDY featured game of the week. Keep it tuned right here. Second quarter action coming up.
For a Goog time, head to Hanover. Goog's Bar and Grill is the happening place for food, drinks, and fun. Open 4 p.m. until midnight, Monday through Saturday, and the grill is always open late. Check out Mexican nights on Thursday with the best pizza anywhere all the time. Order by the half combo or full size with carryouts available too. Find Googs on Facebook and check out their daily specials as well as special events. Grab your friends, grab your family, or make some new friends. Where everybody knows your name, it's Googs in Hanover.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas. Apply out Wildcat Booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Max Blonsky back here with you. Jeff Wirtz to my left. The second quarter action getting underway. Hanover leading this one 16-0. Scoring got started when Reichen Stahlbaumer ran it in for a 2-yard touchdown with about 5:52 to play in that first quarter. Linn fumbled it inside their own 10 on the ensuing possession. Gave Hanover excellent field position. Hanover took advantage. Stahlbaumer found Cameron Juniman in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, and his favorite target has caught both of the 2-point conversions here tonight, giving Hanover that 6-0. Wildcats threatening now in this one, down inside the 5-yard line. Linn already with 2 fumbles, 2 on the night. Jeff got to clean that one up here in the second quarter.
They do. If they were able to keep the ball a little bit better, you have to think this game is closer than what it is.
First drive of the game went down deep into Hanover territory, but Linn just couldn't capitalize. Here's going to be a pitch to Old Gene's going to try and catch the edge. Good defense there by Hanover. Gavin Turk, the do-it-all man for the Bulldogs, is going to pull down the tackle on that one. That's going to be a no-yard play for the first run of the night for running back Aiden Olgene.
And Linn snuffed that out pretty quickly. They were able to figure out exactly where that ball was going, even seemed like from the snap.
Good defensive stomp there for Linn. Let's see if we can put 2 together. 3rd down and 5 now from the 5. Linn threatening. We're going to try push play. Staying on his feet will be Stahlbaumer, and that's going to be a touchdown as he reaches across for his second rushing touchdown here on the night.
Sometimes it doesn't even, you don't have to do anything difficult. The 3 touchdowns Hanover's had tonight have all been easy plays. Just run it right at him, and that touchdown pass was just a crossing route. don't make it difficult. Don't make it complicated, and that's what Hanover's done tonight.
22-0 their score as Hanover scores right out of the quarter break. Yeah, from the 5 yards, you don't really see a quarterback sneak very often. But with Hanover, be surprised. 3 receivers left. Stahlbaumer will be alone in the backfield. Let's see what it is here. Fakes the screen pass, now goes near side. Who else but Judeman? That's going to be a catch as number 2 hauls in his third 2-point conversion here tonight in this one, giving Hanover the 24-0 lead. We're going to keep it right here, though, as we take a look at some other things going on across the league. Jeff just hit us with that update. If you're looking for some more football here, of course, you can swing over onto our sister station, FM 94.1, AM 1570. Bruce Deerking with the call with Jason Berniger. Marysville Bulldogs travel to Hiawatha. Jeff, any updates here tonight since we got the DVL Spotlight man sitting right to my left?
A couple of other games. Centralia leads Riverside now 20-0. Valley Heights up on Wabaunsee 24-14. That one late in the first quarter. Troy up 20-0. And Frankfort was able to stop Axtell on a big play inside the red zone and hold them out of the end zone. So a big play for the Wildcats as they look to march back now and try to make that one a tighter game.
Talked about the offense for Frankfort, but the defense has been impressive too as well. That Valley Heights score, talking to head coach Cody Trimble on our Coach's Corner interview, of course, that can be heard every Thursday at about 5:20 after sports for the Mustangs. Linn Bulldogs Coach's Corner here is on Tuesday along with the Hanover Wildcats. But talking to Cody Trimble of the Valley Heights Mustangs, having a good season, 5-1 after their win last week over Marysville on a last-second touchdown. The 2 tough games coming up for the the Mustangs here this season to round it out against the 4-2 Wabaunsee team, and then next week the Smith Center Redmen come into town. Toting that 5-1 record for them is going to be a test for the Mustangs. 24-0 our score here, second quarter. Hanover leading in this one. Linn fumbled on their last offensive possession after Hanover gave it back to them inside their own 2-yard line. Gavin Turk's going to get the run up the middle and run over a Hanover Wildcat. Right up the middle goes Turk. About 7-yard pickup is going to be the call on that one as Turk lowered his shoulder and handed the boom to that Hanover defense.
And, I've seen this team a couple of times this year. It still amazes me how well he just lowers his pads and just will stick a defender no matter what. He is a big-time a truck for this Linn team.
Registered at 210 pounds. It is a big boy in the backfield. Running back to the left of Turk here will be Oldie. Turk's going to try and get away from the tackle, but a tackle for loss by that Hanover defense. Levi Griffith coming up again, and once again, that Hanover defense holding strong.
Griffith was able to get through the Linn line pretty quickly and got to the quarterback and was able to make a shirt-tail tackle there.
3rd down and 8 is going to be the call, so Turk picks up 7, then throws around and loses 3 on that one. Another 3rd down opportunity. 0-4 so far have been the Bulldogs here tonight. Let's see what Coach Kuhlman has in store for us on this one. Ball's going to be just short of midfield. We're going to call it about the 37.5-yard line here in Linn. Empty formation now. Turk will be the lone man in the backfield. 2 receivers left. Tight running back to the right will be Dylan Oldie. He goes in motion. Left side is going to be a swing pass here. Near side to Connor Oldie. He's going to try and get some room. Now he runs to the right side. Takes it across the other end of the field. Pickup of about 1 for Connor Oldie, but a lot of running with no execution.
It started out, I thought that was going to be a halfback pass, but they had nothing going on downfield. He tries to cut it back up the middle, and nothing doing for Linn.
Trying to get a little tricky there, and, not even tricky, just trying something else. We heard that from Coach Trevor Kuhlman in his pregame interview, just trying to get this offense going after last week's explosion against Donovan West. 84 points for the Bulldogs, for a team that averages 38 points per game. This Linn team always seems to find a way to be able to put up some points, but so far here tonight, being shut out 24-0. 9 minutes left to play here. Second quarter is going to be a 4th down at right at midfield. Turk's going to look left. Now goes right. Pass is incomplete as screen pass over to the right side. Looking for his man. I believe that was Connor Oldie. Pass is going to be incomplete. And second turnover on downs on 4th down.
Woolley hadn't turned his head around there and was not ready for that pass, and he just sailed right over his head.
So now Hanover with the ball inside Linn territory. Lynn's going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with them here on this one. Hanover leading 24-0.
Quality, integrity, durability. These values make Landau stand out above the rest. Landau Company offers stable employment, recent increase in wages, overtime hours, growth opportunities, and a benefit package that includes $2 per hour shift differential, 4% attendance bonus, profit sharing, fuel allowance, and a comprehensive insurance package. Join the Landau team. Apply online at landau.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disabilities welcome.
Hard work has never come so easy. That's what you'll say when you take on a job with a New Holland all-purpose tractor from KNDY. Whether a Workmaster Utility, Power Star, or T6 tractor, you'll maximize your productivity with exceptional power, convenience, and comfort. Buy now and take advantage of no interest, no down payment, and no payments for 12 months, followed by 2.25% interest for 48 months on select models. Visit KNDY in Marysville and see how easy hard work can be. Offer ends December 31st.
Max Blasky back with you here in Linn. Jeff Wirtz to our left. Of course, stay tuned after this broadcast. We're going to have the Farm Bureau scoreboard show brought to you by Bryce Leonard and Patrick Booty of Marysville twice each hour after the contest. Pass is going to be complete to the left side. Who else but Cameron Juniman? Cameron Juniman's going to break it down the right side, inside the 10, inside the 5. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by Turk at the 2-yard line, but that's going to be a 37-yard pick up for the Hanover Wildcats. Wide open on that left side was Cameron Juniman. Took about a 5-yard pass, took it the rest of the way, almost for a touchdown.
And there was no penetration by the Linn defense there. He had all day to throw that ball. I can't believe that both of those players were so wide open for Hanover.
Stallbauer had all day to set back there. Now deep inside the red zone, ball's going to be marked at the 2-yard line. Gavin Turk saving a touchdown for the Bulldogs, but Linn threatening again. To the right side of Stallbauer will be Juniman. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Going in motion is Old Gene. We're going to fake it his way. Now look for a slant. Now Stallbauer's going to try and make something happen. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. It's inside the pocket, but it's going to be a incomplete pass there for Ryken Stallbauer.
He ended up just ditching that one pretty quickly after I'd say they didn't have any penetration before that one. They got in the backfield and made him uncomfortable.
24-0 our score here. 8 minutes left to play. Second quarter. Hanover threatening deep inside Linn territory, inside the 5 after the big 37-yard pickup by Cameron Juniman. Favorite target so far here tonight for Stallbauer. Second catch now, but all 3 2-point conversions have gone his way in this one. Running back to the right of Stallbauer in the shotgun will be Juniman. Linn looking like they're going to bring pressure. No, they drop back. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Juniman's going to go in untouched for a 2-yard touchdown. Cameron Juniman, first touchdown here on the evening for him as Hanover takes the 30-0 lead with 8:06 left to play here, second quarter.
And the Hanover offensive line just opened that up pretty easily, and he could have ran in there with 4 more seconds on the clock, easily gotten through.
30-0 our score here as Juniman walked that one in for a 2-yard touchdown. First one here on the night as he has had himself a heck of a run. 2-point conversion now here for the Wildcats. Juniman to the right of Stallbauer. We're going to fake it. Jim Stallbauer looks to pass, has all day. Now pressure comes off the ends from the Bulldogs. Breaks that one, throws it to the back of the end zone. Who else but Cameron Juniman? A one-handed catch in the back end of the end zone. Heck of a catch.
That was incredible. He gets up with one hand, and it's one of those that he can't even believe that he caught. Probably he was looking for a tip, and he just ended up snagging it right in the palm of his hand. Beautiful play for Hanover right there.
You know what? We talked a little bit in our opening how this was going to be a run game. We're going to keep it on the ground, but so far here tonight, Hanover has passed it extremely well, not only necessarily through the air, but I want to say, but the broken tackles and the yak yardage, as they like to call it.
They have done a very good job of getting those little things going and able to make the plays that they need to get this big lead now, up to 32-0.
32-0 our score, 8:06 left to play here. Max Blasky with you. Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight to our left. As we get closer here towards halftime, we'll take a peek here, talk a little bit about the TVL realignment possibly coming up for the TVL with the talk of Republic County adding into the league, Troy and Donovan West possibly leaving here in the next year or two. So some new scenery might be coming here for the TVL. Keep it tuned here as we're going to go ahead and run our news, weather, and sports, even if this one happens to get out of hand. 32-0, 8:06 left to play here before halftime. Hanover leading this one, and they have from the jump. Scoring got started with a 2-yard touchdown run by Riken Stahlbaumer. Stahlbaumer found his favorite man, Juneman, deep in the end zone for the second score. Stahlbaumer put his second run up on the board with about 11 minutes there in the second quarter. Dylan Oldie's going to take this kickoff about the, we're going to call it the 20-yard line, and Oldie's going to be down for just a little bit. Now getting helped up, but boy, he took a shot there.
And I think again, the weather, the cold. You get popped like that, and it's going to sting for a little bit. He's up, though, and ready to go. A tough kid is Dylan Oldie.
Tough team is this Linn Bulldogs team, looking to continue their momentum after last week's 84-18 win against Donovan West, but running into a buzzsaw that has been the Hanover Wildcats here tonight. Of course, Hanover won the contest last year 62-12, ran away with that one in the first half, and it really has been a one-sided affair the last couple of years. Last two contests, Hanover is outscoring Linn 120-24, so Linn just looking to put some points on the board here in this drive.
And it's imperative that they do get a score here. If they give up another one without getting any points on the board, this game's over. It's just over.
Linn will start deep in their own territory, about the 15-yard line. It's going to be run up the middle. Dylan Oldie, that's not going to be Dylan Oldie, as he has to take a break on the sideline. Turk's going to get the 1-yard pickup there for the do-it-all man for the Bulldogs. I mentioned a little bit earlier, too, a different game, a different team. In that game a couple weeks ago against Frankfort, Linn held the ball for almost 8 minutes on their first drive and ended up scoring. What's been the difference so far here tonight?
Well, and drives like that are lightning in the bottle. You don't see those very often where you can just run the ball slowly and slowly and slowly. The difference with this one, Hanover's defense is straight to the ball. There is no wait around for the Hanover defense. They are going to come up, they're going to smack you in the nose, and they are going to enjoy every bit of it.
And just like that, on a defensive call there from Jeff, Gavin Turk takes it around the left side, but coming up from his safety position, Brigham Brune is going to get the tackle and possibly could have saved a touchdown there, because on that sweep play, Turk had a lot of space here on this near side.
And he's very good in open space, and Bruno made a very nice stop.
High formation, we're going to go sweep with Turk again. He's going to try and meet that edge. Cameron Juneman's going to push him out of bounds for about a 2-yard pickup again. So getting it slowly down the field, but here we are with another 4th down call from this Linn offense.
And it can't just be the same play over and over again for Linn. I think they're starting to get a little bit hyper, a little bit panicked. They've got to slow down if they don't have any chance in this ball game.
Don't want to talk about, again, a little bit of the defense from the Hanover Wildcats. Cameron Juneman playing left in here today. That pitch came to his opposite side. He came all the way across the field, pushed out Turk on that one. So some fire from the Wildcats here tonight. I formation again for the Bulldogs. Their center will be Oldie. He's going to look back to pass. Has a man near side off his hand. Incomplete. Grayson Oldie was trying to find Connor Oldie here near side. Had a man, but just couldn't quite pull that one down.
And that hit him in the worst possible place, right in the hands. Just no play there could be made, because it was such a zip pass.
And a good play call nonetheless, though. Oldie ran a little 5-yard and out. Would have been good enough for the first down. Just couldn't quite pull that one in. Pass was a little high. Now this Linn defense is going to have to hold strong. Trailing 32-0 here. 6:50 left to play, second quarter, before we get into halftime. Max Blasky with you here. Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight to my left, keeping us updated on all the scores going on around the league. We'll take a look at that here in just a little bit after this Hanover drive. Stallbalmer in the backfield with Juniman to his right. High snap again. It's going to be a little trickeration. There goes Old Gene down the left side. Speedster's got a seam down the middle to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Hanover Wildcats. A 25-yard touchdown by Aiden Old Gene as he puts the Hanover Wildcats up 38 to nothing if my math is correct.
And what a nice play there by Old Gene. He's really impressed me tonight. He has made some really nice plays. And, again, another threat that Hanover has in this offense.
Watched Old Gene play a couple weeks ago against the Blue Valley Rams, and you want to talk about impressive. I think he ran for over 100 yards in that contest, and a smaller running back, too, only clocking in at 5'6". But, boy, does he have some speed and was able to find the edge in this one. Hanover's going to go wide, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now we're going to have a flag.
Flag on the play.
We'll see what the call is. Delay a game on the Hanover Wildcats on the 2-point conversion, something you don't see very often.
Just could not get the right players on the field, could not get them in the right positions, and now they're pushed back a little bit for this try.
So it's going to go from, I believe, the 2 to the 7 on the 5-yard penalty on the Wildcats. Third accepted penalty so far on the night for Hanover. Both teams with a turnover, 2 as well in this one on a cold, blustery night in Linn. Stallbalmer alone in the backfield, motions a man right to left. Juniman's going to be tight near side, as that's been his favorite target here all night. He's going to look that way, now find a crossing pattern just out of the outstretched hands of Aiden Old Gene. 2-point conversion, no good. And that's going to keep us at 38 to nothing. We're going to take a timeout. Keep it tuned right here as we come back. Hanover leading 38 to nothing.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Max Blasky back here with you on a Friday night football. KNDY featured game of the week here. Linn Bulldogs versus the Hanover Wildcats. Jeff Wirtz to my left. Jeff, what's going on around the TVL here tonight?
Well, Axel has now pushed it to a 22-0 game. I'm sorry, I'm just getting an update. They have made it 30-0 now over Frankfort. So Axel playing some very good football elsewhere. Valley Heights up 40-14 in a game against Wabaunsee. And just all sorts of great games across the league.
It's been a heck of a league games here so far, as Hanover is going to look like they recover this kickoff. Let's see what the call is. The last 2 kickoffs, I haven't really mentioned it, but Hanover's been booting it right up into the air. Linn will recover, though, the kickoff, but an interesting strategy to try and just get it up into this strong north breeze, try and get it down. That time, Hanover almost got it.
And in this Kansas weather, you have to play with it every once in a while. You have to use it as a ninth man every once in a while. Get that going. And he was trying to make a good play there, trying to make maybe a little bit of a trick play there and end this thing, and can't fault him for doing that for Hanover.
Leading 38-0 are the Hanover Wildcats now. Linn just looking to extend this game and put some points on the board. Turk's going to get it up the middle. A bevy of Hanover Wildcats come in for the tackle, led by the big man up front, Patrick Cook. It's going to be the first man there, but a positive gain for the Bulldogs on their first down play. 3-yard pickup is going to be the call for Gavin Turk, who has toted it 11 times so far here tonight. Talked about it in the opening. The all you can do it man has had to do it all here so far tonight. He's going to be in the backfield now. 1 receiver right, 2 here to the left side. It's going to be a quarterback power down that right side. Turk hits the hole. He's going to be close to a first down, but a good positive play there for Turk. Let's see where they mark him. It's going to be just short of that first down. So we're going to call it a 6-yard game now, 3rd down and 1, but a place where Linn has had some trouble here so far tonight. 0 for 4 already, and 0 in 3rd down conversion just in this first half alone.
and Linn has to break that streak if they're going to get anything going in this first half. They've got to get this third down.
3rd down and 1 to go. Ball's going to be inside Hanover territory at about the 35-yard line. Handing it off left side will be the big fullback, Dylan Oldie. He's going to power himself forward for about a 2-3 yard pickup, but good enough there for a first down, and a moving the chains play there for the Bulldogs.
Oldie able to stretch out a little bit and get that first down. He didn't really have a whole lot of running room there, but it was able to make his length the factor in that ball game, and in the run, excuse me.
Stretching out that long frame for the sophomore there, picking up the first down. Now Linn taking a little time off the clock here. Just rolled under 5 minutes left to go here before halftime. Hanover leading 38-0. Took about till the midway part of this first quarter to get a score up, but since then it's been all Hanover. Here's going to be a pass over the middle for Turk. It's going to be incomplete. Now Turk is 2 for 4 passing the ball. Talked about wanting to try and take the top off there. Had 2 defenders, though, for Hanover.
That was a dangerous pass. That many white hats down there was a scary opportunity for Hanover. They could have easily taken that over and put this thing away.
1 turnover a piece for both of these squads here tonight. Both put the ball on the ground pulled out, on snaps. There's going to be a penalty flag, and that's going to be a first penalty on Linn here as the big fullback, Dylan Oldie, jumped trying to get to the left side of that line.
Oldie didn't hear going on two. He went on 1. And a guy that size, you cannot disguise going forward.
2nd down and 15 is the call. I thought it should be first down, but 2nd down and 15 is what the yard marker says. Ball at the 40-yard line in midfield. Turk's going to get it down the right side. Finally some running room there for Gavin. Breaks a tackle, dives forward for a first down. 17-yard pickup there for Gavin Turk as we finally see this Hanover offense get a decent-sized gain on a play.
And you don't think that Turk wants this game. He makes that extra play, and then did you see the end of that? Takes a nice dive as well to get that extra 1 or 2 yards. Turk wants this and wants it big time.
One of 2 seniors on this Bulldog squad here tonight, playing his last home game of his high school career, wanting to leave it all out on the field here tonight in this one. First down and 10 to go from just outside the red zone of Hanover. 2 receivers left. Turk will be in the backfield with Dylan Oldie to his left. Oldie's now going to motion left side, possibly screen pattern. Nope, it's going to go right up the middle. There goes Turk. Down the left side, up the middle. There goes the speed for Gavin Turk. 23-yard touchdown run there by Gavin Turk. Puts Hanover on the board with 3:47 left to play here in the second quarter.
Puts Linn on the board now at 38-6. Still the 2-point conversion pending. They can get that on the board and make this just a 30-point game and make it not so dire for the Bulldogs.
And finally, Linn able to get something going up the middle, but the explosiveness of Gavin Turk, we've seen it here on the last 2 plays. Once he hits that hole, boy, he is quick. It's going to be Turk in the backfield now with Oldie to his right, 2 receivers left side, quarterback power to the right side. Hanover snuffed that one out from the get-go. Turk's going to try and power his way forward, but it will be no dive. Cameron Juneman's going to pick up the tackle on that one, but Hanover still leading in this one, 38-6. We're going to take a timeout. Keep it tuned right here on KNDY.
Equipment rentals from Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber make the job easier if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer. From power tools to generators, air compressors to nailers and fasteners, concrete tools, scaffolding, and more. Rent a Bobcat, dump truck, man lift, ladder, scaffolding, as well as pressure washers, insulation blowers, drywall tools, tile cutters, and more. Rent by the half day, day, weekend, or week. See the entire list online, including pricing, at axtellumber.com or visit either location today.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
We don't have to tell that harvest season is here. And while you're working the field, Kramer Oil is on the road for you. Kramer Oil's commercial fuel delivery brings premium fuel right to your farm, making sure your machinery never skips a beat. Fast, reliable, and always on time. Because during harvest season, every second counts. Keep your farm running smooth with the name that's been there through it all. Kramer Oil. Our family serving yours for generations.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
To go before halftime, Hanover leading 30.
Gavin Turk finally gets Linn on the board with 3:47 left here before halftime. Hanover still leading, though, 38-6. And it was what was a first half offensively for Hanover, where they got just about anything and everything they wanted.
And this one is going to be an interesting drive. They get pinned deep now in their own territory after the kick. They're going to have to go pretty much the length of the field to try to get this touchdown. This is a key drive for Hanover.
Ball's going to start at the 2 according to the marker, but there goes Juneman down the left side, breaks one tackle, gets up close to a first down. And Alec Juneman has had himself a heck of a night so far here tonight. They're going to mark him a gain of 9 on that one, 60-plus yards for the Wildcat here tonight on just 6 carries, a touchdown, but to a fumble to his carry there in that first quarter. Second down and 1 now. Ball's going to be placed just outside the 15-yard line, right at the 15-yard line. Stahlbaumer with Juneman to his left side. Will motion Old Gene that side. They're going to try finding him left side. Pass is complete to Tanner Bruna. Tanner Bruna is going to break a tackle. Now goes across midfield, still fighting all the way down to the 20-yard line of Linn. Finally pushed out by Turk, but another big chunk play for the Wildcats.
And that's exactly what they needed. They had to get out of the shadows of their own goalposts, and they did just that with that nice pass.
40-yard pass completion, we're going to call it on that one. And once again, a catch and run. A simple flat out there for Juneman as he caught it at about the 25-yard line. Took it all the way to the other end of the field inside Linn territory, now threatening inside the red zone.
And the good offensive players get those yards after catch, get those extra steps, and that's exactly what happened there.
Stahlbaumer in the backfield, in the gun. He's going to fake it there to Juneman. Now looks back the pass. Tries to go right side. Now Rankins does going to step up. He's going to keep this one down for about a gain of about 3 or 4.
Inside the 15 at the 14.
Will be placed at the 14-yard line, so it is going to be a 5-yard pickup there for Rankins. Stahlbaumer. Second down and 5 now for Hanover, but a good job by the Linn defense to not give up the big play through the air like they have already twice here so far tonight.
And Stahlbaumer, with just a little bit of improvisation there, he was able to get some yards out of that. That's what you want out of your quarterback. You want smart play, don't force anything, and make plays if you have to.
Making a play there with Stahlbaumer. Now he's going to be alone in the backfield. Ball's going to be just outside the 10-yard line as he looks back to pass. Pressure coming off the left side, and Lynn's looking to get there, and they will sack him. Big sack there for the Linn Bulldogs. Coming up with the tackle was Dylan Oldie, and Wyatt Wyke getting in there for the sack. Hanover's going to take their timeout on their third down. We're going to keep it right here with 1:53 left to play. Hanover leading this one 38-6, but Linn finally there bringing an overload blitz on the left side, getting home to the quarterback.
And that was a terrific play by the Linn defense. They were able to break through, and you've got to do what you've got to do against a quarterback like this, and they were able to get kind of a jailbreak blitz there and get a big sack for him.
Max Blasky here with Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight, keeping us updated on scores throughout the night. Anyone's here before we get into halftime, Jeff?
Well, Axtell is pulling away from Frankfort now 34-0 at halftime. Axtell just doing what they do. A big-time offense there.
Axtell looking to get their 34th consecutive win on the, I guess, past 3 seasons, back-to-back 8-man Division II state championships, and looking like the team vying for a 3rd straight under head coach Eric Detweiler here this year.
And one more, while I'm here, the Eagles, Clifton Clyde Eagles, are up 36-6 on Rock Hill, so Eagle fans, I'm getting my first updates there. Clifton Clyde just rolling right now over the Rock Hills Grizzlies.
And needing a big win for Clifton Clyde's confidence here so far this year after falling last week. 2 losses on the year was last week, and then a few weeks ago against Axtell, so a big one there. A false start penalty is going to be the call on the Hanover Wildcats. That's going to be their 4th accepted penalty so far here tonight. 1 snap, 2 went over the head of quarterback Stahlbomber in that first half, and a turnover 2 for the Wildcats. Now pushed way outside the red zone. 3rd down and 18 is going to be the call. Ball at the 25-yard line. Here's going to be another flag. That's going to be a hold. Riken Stahlbomber is going to go down the right side, give a shot to fellow quarterback Gavin Turk. Well, let's see what the laundry here is on the backside. Of course, throughout the season, too, as we wind down, you can catch my coach's interviews, Coach's Corner show every day, about 5:20 after Kansas sports and local sports, too, as well. Of course, Monday, we talked to Diller Odell and Southern. Tuesday, it is Centralia and Axtell. Wednesday, it is these 2 teams, Linn and Hanover. Valley Heights and Frankfort on Thursday. And finally on Friday, Washington County and the Marysville Bulldogs. That is your place to get the inside scoop with all the head coaches, not only in the TVL, but from around the area. Of course, keep it tuned here during halftime, too. Me and Jeff are going to talk a little bit about TVL realignment. If you haven't heard, got a chance to talk with Jesse Sternad of KR92 in Belleville, Republic County, having an opportunity to come into the league here in the next couple years. It's going to be a timeout Hanover on this long 3rd down and a country mile. It's going to be called a 3rd down and 28 as Matt Hoyer takes his last time out here of the half. Jeff, I guess we're going to keep it, though, right here as we get closer to halftime. Some other TVL sports coming up this weekend. What's going on, I guess, tomorrow?
We have the TVL volleyball tournament, a big day in Washington County tomorrow. Teams from all over the area, of course, Hanover, the number 1 team in the league. Just an absolutely great team. Valley Heights comes in as a 2 seed. Look for those 2 to be the top dogs in this one. I think it's a competitive tournament, and at 8 o'clock start tomorrow morning.
I believe 8 o'clock, yep.
At Washington County. I will have all the updates on the TVL Spotlight, if you don't mind me doing that. Facebook and Twitter at TVL Spotlight. I will have updates all day long from Washington County.
Of course, the big story, too, the Wildcats, they're going in 11-0 into league play into that tournament Saturday. 3rd down and a country mile. 38 is going to be the call. Stahlbomber's going to look back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass left side, incomplete, as it went off the hands of his intended receiver, Alec Juniman. Hanover there just tried to sneak a man out.
And I get what they were trying to do, and maybe not get the whole 28 yards on that play, and that's completely fine. You got to make that catch, though. You got to finish that off.
So a 4th down now, and 28 is going to be the call at the 35-yard line. We've seen Hanover so far here tonight on their kickoffs kick it straight up into the air. What do you think Hoyer's thinking on this one?
Why change it? Why change what you're doing? Just go for it and try to do as best as they can in this one.
It looks like they're going to go for it, though, offensively. Had a big night through the air. It looks like Stahlbomber's going to look back to pass. Going to take a deep shot left. Who else? The Cameron Juniman coming up with the incomplete. Boy, that was in and out of the hands of Cameron Juniman, who so far here tonight has had himself a heck of an evening.
And that was a nice opportunity there. Hanover had it right in their basket and was able to Linn was able to make that play and knock it out of there. So a big stand for the Bulldogs on a big fourth down.
Huge fourth down there for Linn. Now let's see what they can do offensively. 1:35 to work here. They're going to get the ball just short of midfield at the 35-yard line. 38-6 is our score. 1:35 left here to play in the second half. Kevin Turk with your lone touchdown for the Bulldogs. He's going to look back to pass. 4-man pressure from Hanover. He's going to be sacked. Right up the middle was coming number 24, Braden Schwartz, who's been all over the field for this Hanover defense here tonight. It's going to be a 3-yard loss on the quarterback sack for Turk, and that's going to give Linn a second down and 13 now to deal with.
And Max, I think we both agree that it is imperative for the Bulldogs to try to get a score here before the half. If they don't do that, it could be doom.
I'm going to give you one more just to even get some offensive going. And as we see that, a 3-receiver set here left side, they lined up, I think, 3 yards in front of the line of scrimmage and couldn't get back in time.
And that's just a mental error for the Bulldogs. Good teams don't make those kind of errors. They have to get that sewn up and figured out if they are going to hang with this Hanover team at all.
Now all of a sudden you're back down in a 2nd and 18. It's going to be at the 28-yard line of Linn. Just when they thought they had a golden opportunity, now they need to get positive yardage here on this one. Turk will be the lone man in the shotgun. They're going to go a 3-receiver set here to the left side again. Quarterback draw possibly coming. Turk goes back to pass, actually. Pressure up the middle again by the Wildcats, and that's going to be back-to-back sacks for this Hanover defense. The big men up front, Levi Griffin and Patrick Cook coming up with the big duo. And the sack loss on the play. That's going to be a loss of 5 on it, as now Linn is moving backwards.
And Patrick Cook is a dude. He is just an absolute dude up front. I say that about a lot of guys, but, man, he can make some plays on the defensive line.
Both go 6'2", 185 goes Cook, 230 goes Griffin. It is a heck of a 3-man front with Cameron Juneman up there on that left side. Linn will just look to run the ball now here as Turk gets a space to the left, runs through a tackle, tries to get a stiff arm down the left side, close to out of bounds, and he's going to be tagged out of bounds by a Wildcat. That's going to be a heck of a run. About a 27-yard run there by Gavin Turk. And just like that, inside the 30-yard line with 10 seconds left, Linn might have one opportunity here to get some points on the board.
Linn has the shot in this one. They can throw something out and try to get this score because it would be a key thing. It would be big to get this score before the half.
No timeouts for Coach Trevor Kuhlman. Expect this one to be on the ground. Nope, it's going to be a pass here left side over the head of the intended receiver. Grayson Oldie tried to find his man coming out of the backfield. That was Connor Oldie, who was in the route run. But once again, that short out near side, just too high on the pass.
And the only thing that is good about that is it stops the clock once again for Linn. Not exactly the play that I thought would happen for the Bulldogs.
Only runs about 2 seconds off the clock now. 2nd and 10, 7.9 seconds left to play here before halftime. It's going to be a play-action pass as Oldie looks to passes it. Now he's going to go down to the right side, looking to scramble down that left side. Taken for the big sack will be Braden Schwartz coming up with his second sack here of the night. But a sack nonetheless. There is going to be a flag on the play. Grayson Oldie here in this one, having a little trouble navigating that offensive line. Let's see what the call here is as time does expire at half. Hanover leading this one 38-6. We're just going to pick up the flag and we're going to move on to half. That is going to send us to half. Of course, keep it tuned right here. We're going to talk a little news, weather, and sports. Then coming up after news, me and Jeff are going to talk about the TVL changes coming up into next year. Leading this one are the Hanover Wildcats, 38-6. You've been listening to the KNDY Friday Night Featured Game of the Week here on 95.5.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsman plays product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Extend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Extend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsman. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
KNDY has been your sports leader of local teams since the days of leather helmets.
Well, okay, not that long, but since the days before the Blue Valley and Nemaha Valley Leagues combined, for over 40 years, KNDY has been your source for scores, interviews, and live play-by-play action of your favorite teams all season long. The game and technology may have changed, but our coverage remains the same. KNDY, your area sports leader, on air, online, and on our mobile app.
With recent conversations of league realignment inside the TVL, I caught up with Jesse Cernat of KREP in Belleville after last week's public meeting regarding Republic County entering the TVL. Along with Republic County looking to join the league, Troy has officially joined the Northeast Kansas League, leaving the TVL effective July 1st, 2024, with the Donovan West School District still weighing options. Cernat comments on the reason for the realignment.
In our case, you look at the numbers going back a decade. Competitiveness is one of the biggest reasonings for this. And yes, granted, we will be bigger, the biggest school in the Twin Valley League, but as far as participation numbers are concerned, we will not. And like we haven't really been experiencing as far as league action going back 10 years, just about every sport is sitting under 30% as far as winning percentage, and you get kids more excited about it.
Student numbers in the district have been slowly on the decline for Republic County over the last several years. Still classified as a 2A school, Republic County would be entering the league approximately the same size as current TVL schools Centralia, Valley Heights, and Onega.
The elementary is looking at numbers, that we haven't experienced since the 90s, but as far as population goes in the school, I would say dating back to 2005, we've stayed steady. So at least, though, going back to 2010 onward to now, so the last 14 years, we've been hovering as far as football classification size goes in that 107 kids to 130-ish.
With a timeline laid out by Republic County of possibly joining the TVL sports schedule by as soon as next fall, Cernat continues.
Sooner the better, just because I know they're already wanting to get their TVL volleyball schedule put together for next season. Of course, I guess, we've got till the next football scheduling meeting to get that figured out, whether or not we'll be scheduling NCAA teams or the 11-man teams in the TVL that we're not going to be seeing. But then obviously looking at Centralia, Onega, and then Donovan West that I believe made the jump as well, up to 11-man.
As conversations continue throughout the year, stay tuned to KNDY as we will keep you updated on everything happening TVL.
And, of course, joined tonight by Mr. TVL Spotlight himself, Jeff Wertz, as me and Jesse talked about last week, Republic County possibly joining the league. Have you heard anything else from that standpoint?
I haven't heard anything officially. Obviously, we hear the same things through social media, through the conversations that you and I all have. It would be a tremendous pickup, I believe, for Republic County. I don't know the situation with Donovan West yet. It's going to hurt to lose Troy. They were a great school, fantastic people over in Troy. But picking up a Republic County team, Republic County school, that has a lot of talented athletes and just another great place to go. And I think it would be great for those. I would think it would be incredible for for that school to come in and really bolster what is already a very very good league.
And I look at it, too, from the travel standpoint. I think that was the biggest thing when Troy and Donovan West added in. I know we'll lose one school. We'll drop down to, I believe it's 11 then in the league of Republic County. But how does that make it, I don't want to say so much more nice for our schools, but, those kids traveling late at night don't have to go near as far.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's obviously, you look at the logistics of it, and travel would be so much better. I think we got used to the Troy and Donovan West travel. I think we got, used to those. And you see the districts now, especially in 8-man football, they're insane. What places that some of these teams are going on a Friday night. You're right, the travel on a Friday night is insane. It's not smart for any of these schools. If we were able to add someone like that, reduce that a little bit, and I think everyone would benefit from it. Everyone would be happier for it.
And I think, like Jeff said, too, from a competitive-wise, if you look back at what Republic County has had the last couple of years, they're playing some bigger schools, some bigger teams. So I think don't take away, if you look at their records, they're going to be a bad team and whatever coming in. It's competitive nonetheless. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to bring it right back here, talk about some other TVO action going on this weekend. Again, you're listening to the KNDY featured Friday night game of the week as the Hanover Wildcats lead the Linn Bulldogs 38-6 at half.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Hanover Hospital is your hospital close to home where your friends and neighbors provide high-quality, family-friendly, state-of-the-art health care for you and your family. Featuring holistic pain management with local personalized treatment, as well as cardiac, imaging and radiology, lab and therapy services, and emergency room facilities, all at Hanover Hospital. Hanover Hospital and the Warren Clinic are offering free sports and school physicals. Call today to schedule your appointment.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
When it comes to keeping your home warm this winter, what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with a new Ream heating system that'll keep you warm, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort this winter.
72 degrees and I'm in heaven.
Get professional service in all brands of equipment. Call B&W Electric in Hanover, your local Ream contractor, at 785-337-2598 today.
Moe's Stop and Shop in Linn is your stop. Fuel up and fill up at Moe's Stop and Shop. They have gas available, plus they have drinks, snacks, and a whole lot more. Your convenience store is Moe's Stop and Shop. Find them right off the highway in Linn, Moe's Stop and Shop.
Back here in Linn, where the Bulldogs trail 38-6 at half versus Hanover, continuing our chat with TVL Sports Spotlight's own Jeff Wirtz. Of course, you can give a shout-out, too, on Facebook. Give him a follow. And, of course, as always, during our regional games, listen to his look around the league every Friday night. So, Jeff, as we look around the league, I know we're getting ready for league volleyball, but also some cross-country action happening, too, as well.
Yes, we had cross-country yesterday and a great athletic day for the TVL. The Axtell girls and Washington County boys, vice versa, the Washington County girls, Mackenzie Baker, the lead runner for Washington County, she gets the gold medal, 22:01:19, finishing just ahead of Gracie Grable. Axtell's Grady Bussing took the boys' title in 17:20. All great times. I have all of those posted on the Facebook page. Just a very competitive sport in the Twin Valley League. It kind of gets overlooked a little bit in the fall with all of the other great athletes, but TVL cross country was so competitive this year and really, really good. Again, I have all of those posted on both Facebook and Twitter.
And, of course, being a cross-country guy myself, 17 minutes to run 3.1 miles. That's a heck of a time there for Bussing.
I couldn't run 3.1 miles in 17 days. So.
That is true. That is true. Now, another one coming up here, we talked about it a little bit, but TVL tournament kicking off tomorrow, too, in Washington.
Yes, volleyball tournament going on tomorrow. As I said earlier, Hanover, the number 1 seed, they look to be a strong contender to win the whole thing. Valley Heights is going to be also a big threat for them. They are the number 2. Just down the line, you go top 7, really, in the Twin Valley League in volleyball, and you've got competitive teams that you're probably going to see at sub-states and states, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow as much as I was tonight.
And we weren't even talking about there for a second, Centralia and Frankfurt, too, at 3 and 4. And, of course, as these teams get into sub-state, we'll post our state schedules for volleyball at KNDYradio.com. You can keep up with all the TVL action with Jeff Wirtz on the TVL Spotlight on Facebook. But, of course, we'll have state coverage of volleyball coming up the 27th and 28th of October. We're going to take our last time out here before we bring you second half action as the Hanover Wildcats are leading Linn Bulldogs 38-6 at half.
October is Cooperative Month, and Blue Valley Technologies is celebrating. Join us on Friday, October 27th for Drive-Thru Donut Day. Swing through on your way to work or school and have breakfast on us at our west parking lot from 7 to 10 a.m. We'll be giving away donuts, hot apple cider, coffee, special merchandise, and 2 chances to win $25 Blue Valley bill credits. We hope to see you on Friday, October 27th in Home City.
I know it takes good hands to place the winning kick. This is Jack Bloomer, holder of the Big 12 champion Kansas State Wildcats. Inline Construction of Marysville specializes in concrete, commercial, and residential construction. Call them today at 785-562-5525 to plan and execute your building project. When you hire Inline, rest assured you'll be in good hands from start to finish.
You're up before the rooster crows, and your day doesn't end until the last chore is done. Farming and ranching is more than what you do. It's who you are. Blue Valley Insurance has been protecting hardworking farmers just like you by providing the customized coverage you need to protect your hard-earned dreams. From small family farms to medium-sized growers and ranches, we can help you secure the coverage to help meet your unique needs. Visit any of our Blue Valley Insurance offices in Linn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
Hanover leading this one 38-6 just before the second half tip. Of course, if you're looking for some college football action this weekend, keep it tuned right here to KNDY. We are your home for both KU and K-State football. KU is going to be taking on Oklahoma State down in the south there. That's going to be a 2:30 kick for the Jayhawks as they look to continue their winning ways, get 2 in a row, and continue their Big 12 march. 2 p.m. pregame is going to kick off right here on FM 95.5, while on our sister station, FM 94.1, AM 1570, the K-State Wildcats look to get back on the winning track as they make the trip down south. They take on Texas Tech for a 6 p.m. kickoff there. That's going to be a 4 o'clock pregame getting underway with Wyatt Thompson and the gang. Here in Linn, 38-6 is our score. Took until midway through the second quarter for Linn to finally put one on the board. We'll see what they can do here first defensively. Hanover will receive the second half kick. It's going to be a boot here left side. I believe Linn touched it before the 10-yard mark. It's still going to be a fumble right in front of the Linn bench. Let's see what the call is here by the official. The group of Bulldogs and a group of Wildcats is the call, and it's going to be Linn. Linn recovers the second half kickoff on that onside kickoff. Heck of a gamble there by Coach Kuhlman.
But how crucial was that gamble? They needed to come out with a surprise, multiple surprises in this third quarter. That gets them a little bit. Now let's see if they can capitalize at all in this opportunity.
They will start with their best field position so far here tonight. Inside the Hanover 40-yard line, ball is going to be placed at the 38. Turk will be your back in the backfield as he exploded there for a few big runs in the second half. But on that one, that Linn front line steppens up for a run of no gain for Gavin Turk.
Hanover just got low on that, out-padded the Linn offensive line, and Turk just had nowhere to go.
Turk so far here tonight, 18 carries, 82 yards unofficially, 1 touchdown to his name. That game with 3:47 left to play in the second quarter on a 23-yard touchdown scramper, where we really saw the explosiveness of this senior here for the Bulldogs. And how important has he been for this team this year?
Oh, he's crucial. He is the guy for Linn. He has to make some big plays each and every game, and he does it with a smile on his face and ready to go. Has
been doing it now for a couple years, and he breaks into the open field inside the 15, down to the 5-10, strength, power for a touchdown. There is a flag back in the backfield, though, on that Linn touchdown. Let's see what the play is, but boy, the power from Turk really showed off on that one.
He got grabbed by the shirt tail. I don't know how stretchy that shirt was. He must have been wearing a XXX T-shirt.
It's going to be a holding call on Linn, a deadly penalty for the Bulldogs there on that one, as they were looking for that one explosive play to stay with the Wildcats here in this one. They finally got it, but a holding penalty will march them back.
That might be the backbreaker for Linn. They had that opportunity. They got the opportunity, took the chance, and got it, and then gets called back. That has to hurt for Trevor Coleman and the Linn Bulldogs.
Had an opportunity, too, in the second half. Linn fumbled it down inside their own 20-yard line. Hanover gave Linn excellent field position, but wasn't able to capitalize. Second time now here where we thought Linn had one in their grasp, but taken away because of a penalty. Second down and 10 now on the holding ball. We placed just inside the 30-yard line at the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs. Turk's going to run power right side again, bevied up for about a gain of 2. Hanover doing a good job on that one of stopping them as they try and run quarterback power up the middle.
And the far side of the Linn offensive line really had no one to block there. They weren't exactly sure what that scheme was from Hanover, and that play snuffed out quickly.
Hanover a few wrinkles out there for him so far here tonight. But the front three for the Wildcats has been impressive. Dean Lupin now out there as your nose guard for this Hanover defense, along with Levi Griffith and Cameron Juniman. Shotgun formation now for Turk. He's going to look right now, looks left, now runs to that right side. Quarterback pressure comes up the middle, tries to find a man on that right side. That was Grayson Oldie. This is going to be a incomplete pass. And now a third down and forever.
And that was the longest time that he's had in the backfield. There was no pressure on him for the longest time, and not able to make that play. Linn just falling all over themselves right now.
Fourth down is actually the call. Fourth down and 20 from the 32-yard line now. Linn, if you're just joining us, have an opportunity to score, but a holding penalty called back. A 37-yard touchdown run by quarterback Gavin Turk. Turk will be in the backfield, one receiver right, two to his left. We're going to go for it on fourth down and 20. Looking deep with the quarterback spy. Now he tries to get out of the pocket, use his legs, tosses it downfield, has a man. It's going to be over his head, incomplete, looking for Grayson Oldie, and a turnover on down. But now a late flag on the play. It looks like on the defensive side for Hanover. We'll see what this one is about. Personal foul on the defense is going to give Linn a fresh set of downs.
And really not exactly sure what happened on the backside of that play, but a big penalty, tough penalty for Hanover. And Coach Matt Hoyer is not a happy camper right now.
Threw it over on the side. That Turk rolled out to his right, possibly maybe got a hit. Didn't see it exactly from my vantage point as I was looking to where that ball goes. But that's going to be a saving grace for the Bulldogs here, as they're going to march all the way down into Hanover territory, down inside the 35-yard line. So it still will be fourth down, but it goes from fourth down and 20 to fourth down and about 5 now for the Bulldogs. We've seen Linn so far in this contest try and keep the ball on the ground. They haven't been afraid to throw it, but their best success has come on the ground when Turk follows his big fullback, Dylan Oldie, right up the middle. So let's see what the play call here is from the coaching staff. Two receivers left, late to get into the play. It's going to be a timeout by Coach Kuhlman, and we're going to take him with him. 38-6 our score here in the second half. Hanover leading this one against Linn.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ricky's Cafe in Hanover ain't just good, it's home. From their daily specials to a full menu. Choose your favorite served fresh, hot, and fast. Your family when you stop at Ricky's Cafe, and you're welcome anytime. Enjoy the delicious menu choices, and of course, when you're hosting an event, bring Ricky's Catering along. With a variety of options available, always at affordable prices. Call for your next engagement and count on Ricky's Cafe at Hanover.
4 now for the Bulldogs. Inside positive territory. There comes the blitz down the left side. Turk's going to find a man near side, in and out of the hands of his fullback, Dylan Oldie. Couldn't quite hold on to that ball. Jeff had mentioned it a time or two so far here in the night. It's a cold evening. Probably tough catching that weather coming out of the hot hands of Gavin Turk.
Once again, that was a laced ball. He had a little bit of stank on it, and it just hit that wide receiver in the hands and was not catchable.
Now, as we look around the league here, Jeff, did we have any scoring updates we wanted to pass along while we got a second?
The Axel did finish off Frankfort 46-0. That one game ending early. Centralia leads Riverside 26-8. Valley Heights with a lead on 40-20 lead on Wabaunsee. That one coming in the third quarter as well.
Some competitive games around the league. There's going to be a run by Juneman late in that play. The ball came out. Let's see what the official call is for Linn. And it is going to be a turnover. Wildcats, second one of the night here as Hanover puts it on the ground. Alec Juneman's second fumble of the night. Had a good job, picked up about 8 yards on that play, but continued to fight for some extra yardage. Coughed it one up, and now we're going to give Linn the ball back right after they couldn't convert on that fourth down.
And Lynn's got to get a little confidence out of this because they've forced several turnovers now, and they need to get the opportunities back. And again, I keep saying it, capitalize on the opportunities that they're given.
Score shows 38-6, but it's felt closer than that here all night. An option play down to the right side. Stiffening up is that Hanover defense. Gain of about 3 to 4 yards, we're going to call it.
See where they spot it.
Dylan Oldie's going to catch that. Gain of actually maybe a yard is only going to be the call. Thought he got a little closer on that one, but nonetheless, second down and 10 now. Second down and 9, Ball inside Hanover territory, just across the midfield strike at the 39-yard line.
And here's where time really starts to become a factor. Even though we're only in the third quarter, Linn needs to score multiple times here.
Turk's going to look to power left side, finds a little bit of a hole up the middle, barrels forward for about 5 yards there on his 20th run of the night. We'll bring up, though, a third down where Linn has had trouble so far here tonight converting.
As you said, Linn not good on third down tonight, and faced with another one here. If the Hanover defense can step up, and I think they can on this one, it could be a really troublesome night for Linn the rest of the way.
I formation will be the call. Grayson Oldie back in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Gavin up the middle, close to a first down. I believe the near side judge is going to come in short on that third down and 6. Awfully short is what they're giving him.
After hitting a terrible Turk a few times.
4-yard pickup is going to be the call on the third down play. So now 4th and 2 from almost the exact same spot Linn had it moments ago where they could not convert on that pass. A play where Gavin Turk had a man open in the flat, but just off the hands of Dylan Oldie. I formation now. Turk will be your back with Dylan in front of him. Hanover going towards the front of the line. They're going to try right side power. It's going to be close. Hanover saying they stopped them. Let's see where this line judge comes in at. It's going to be close, and it will be short. Turnover on down. Linn not able to get that fourth down play across the line of scrimmage, and another turnover on down for the Bulldogs.
and this just has to be absolute agony for Trevor Coolman. Just cannot get that big play, cannot make that statement play. And credit Hanover, because they have stepped up in those opportunities and shut Linn down.
Defense for Hanover there was buying on the run the entire time. Up the middle is going to go Juneman as he continues his big night. Right up the middle for 15 yards goes Alec Juneman as he pushes his way into Hanover territory here on this first play of their drive. 79 yards now for Juneman, 1 touchdown, but 2 fumbles on the night so far. But they're a good run right up the middle.
Inside hold-off territory at the 35.
And Hanover just can continue to run this ball and really eat off some time here with this big lead.
7:24 left to play here. Third quarter action, 38-6 is the score. Right side, there goes Stahlbaumer. He's going to be tackled down by the Linn Bulldogs over on the far side in front of the Hanover bench. Big tackle there for the Bulldogs by Dylan Holdy. Wrestled Stahlbaumer to the ground, but not after a gain of 4.
Stahlbaumer picks up 4 on the play.
And again, Hanover just content with running this down a little bit and getting the yardages that they need to and keeping that Linn offense off the field.
Running back to the right now of Stahlbaumer will be Joel Juneman. Holgene will be split out here, far near side where we've seen him come in motion a time or two. There's going to be a bad snap handled by Stahlbaumer, but a loss of 7 there for Stahlbaumer as once again a bad snap puts Hanover in a bad situation on second down.
Do you think Monday that the center quarterback exchange might be something that Coach Matt Hoyer talks about at their practices?
I think it's going to be. Had an opportunity to watch Hanover a few weeks ago. Ben's Blue Valley brought it up once already, but 3 snaps went over the head of the quarterback. Asked Coach Hoyer there if we were going to work on it. He said that was kind of an anomaly, but here we are already with 2 here tonight as we get towards the end of the season. It's going to be an option play here. Juneman's going to try and find some space, tackled by Turk. Juneman's going to continue to drive forward for about 8 yards on the play. Gets up to the 30-yard line. We're going to call it the 31, I suppose. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
For the Wildcats and the Bulldogs right outside.
7-yard gain there for Juneman as Hanover continues to march this clock down. Under 5:30 left to play here, third quarter. Hanover leading 38-6. Empty formation now for Stahlbaumer. 2 receivers left as he runs that side. Quarterback power, he's got the first down, or pretty close anyway. We're going to go ahead and give it to him on the 6-yard pickup there by Reichen Stahlbaumer, as that's going to keep the chains moving for the Wildcats. Of course, keep it tuned right here to KNDY after the contest. Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show brought to you by Patrick Moody of Marysville and Bryce Leonard of Washington. Twice each hour, every game night, right here on KNDY as we bring you scores from around the area. Of course, if you're looking for some more football on our sister station, FM 94.1, AM 1570, Marysville Bulldogs make the trip east to face the Hiawatha Redhawks. Here in this one, 38-6 is the score. Stahlbaumer looks back to pass. He's going to find his man. That will be Juneman. Pass is complete, but that's going to be it, I think, for Juneman. A gain of no yardage on that one. There is a flag on the play. A personal foul on the offense. You don't see that one very often. That's going to be the 6th penalty accepted on Hanover so far here tonight. Personal foul on offense.
It was a late hit right after the ball went down. The wide receiver kind of shoved the defensive back for Linn. Not exactly sure what the purpose was, but it was definitely after the play was over.
And yeah, on a pickup of nothing, you just want to keep your head clean here in this contest. No need to commit those silly penalties, as now that's going to push you back to a 1st and 25 is going to be the call from about the 35-yard line. 2nd down is actually going to be the mark on that 1st down play. So Hanover moving backward here on this possession. 2 receivers right side, running back to the left hip of Stahlbaumer will be Juneman in the shotgun formation. Line goes down, 38-6 our score, 2nd down and a country mile. Quarterback power right up the middle for Stahlbaumer. He finds a hole, gains back that 15 yardage, and just about there, well, he takes a few Bulldogs with him down the field. We're going to give him a pickup of 12 yards there for Stahlbaumer as Hanover just continues to move this clock here in this third quarter.
And I've been extremely impressed with Stahlbaumer, especially here in the second half. He has really made some waves, just his improvisation, his ability to make something out of nothing. And he's done a very good job of it, especially here in the second half.
And through the air, too, in that first half, a lot of yak yardages, but 7-4-13, 124 yards through the air. Here's going to be a pitch play near side to Olgene. Olgene's going to try and get the edge inside the 20 or right at the 20-yard line. Olgene will be pushed out of bounds. We're going to give him a pickup of 7 on that one. As Aiden Olgene with 1 touchdown so far here on the night. That 25-yard scamper with 6:41 left to go in the second quarter will be his second carry here of the night as Hanover continues to pound the rock on the ground.
And this is what they need to do. They go for it here on fourth down. An important play here. If they can get this, it really could hurt the momentum of the Bulldogs.
And with this big important down, Coach Matt Hoyer is going to want to take a timeout. We're taking it with him. You're listening to Friday Night Football here on KNDY.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Have you tried banking with us on the internet yet? It's faster and more convenient to bank from your own home whenever you feel like it. Best of all, banking online is safe. With your private username and password and software meticulously crafted to ensure the safekeeping of your account data, your online transactions are quick and secure. Another quality banking service from Citizen State Bank of Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Quality banking since 1907. Member FDIC.
Fourth down play is an incomplete pass. Stahlbaumer was looking for his favorite target so far here tonight, Cameron Juneman. Bulldogs did a good job of getting back in defensive possession, forcing that incompletion. Like a mix of Matt Kern there and Dylan Oldie getting in on the incompletion. So just as we mentioned, it talked about a big fourth down stop there for Linn. Now you've got to do something offensively.
They need to run this ball, get some time, get some things going, and score quickly because you're down 32 right now.
Down trailing 32 with 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. It's going to be a sweep near side to Turk. Turk hobbles a man. He's going to go out of bounds right in front of the Linn bench. We're going to see where the marker is. It's going to be close to a first down marker. But just like that, Linn gets a nice chunk of yardage on first down, and I think that's been the story so far here tonight, is Linn has been bevied by negative plays or only gains of 1 or 2 on first and second down, putting them in long third down positions or long fourth down positions. Here you're on a second and short, got to be able to capitalize with the ball at the 25.
I feel like Gavin Turk right now could run through a zoo, carry about 4 bears behind him, and still get to the other side of the zoo.
We've seen him take about 3 or 4 Hanover Wildcats on each run so far here tonight. A strong back, yes, indeed. Right up the middle, it will be Turk. It's going to be enough for a first down, and over 100 yards unofficially goes Gavin Turk on the ground, 102 according to my count so far here tonight, and a lot of it coming here in this second half. We do have a flag, though. It's going to go against Hanover, so the 7th accepted penalty for Matt Hoyer and his Wildcats here tonight.
After the play, a little bit of excessive celebration. I think a Hanover player thought he was able to take the ball away and get a fumble, but an excessive celebration penalty there.
The excessive celebration penalty is going to move the ball from the 30-yard line of Linn all the way up to about the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. So into enemy territory. Here goes the Bulldogs. Let's see what they can do with just under 4 minutes left to play here, third quarter. I formation now for Linn. It will be Grayson Oldie under center with Dylan at the fullback and Gavin Turk in the halfback possession. 2 tight ends tight now. Power formation for the Bulldogs. We're going to go left side sweep, no fake pass tip, but finally caught by his receiver. That's going to be Connor Oldie, Connor Oldie with his second completion here of the night. It's going to be a pickup of 15-yard line, or 15 yards, as Grayson Oldie is finally able to hit that man on that quick out near side.
Kind of a reverse tip drill there. The wide receiver catching it off of the DB's hands and getting that extra yardage. A lucky play there for Linn.
Lucky play nonetheless, but a first down for the Bulldogs just outside of the red zone. Ball at the 21-yard line of Hanover. Power formation. Dylan Oldie will be the lone back in the backfield. Receiver split out right. It's going to be a pitch to him, almost a fumble. Oldie's going to be taken down by a horse collar, and that's going to be another penalty on the Hanover Wildcats here tonight. Just can't have that on the defensive end. Believe that was Cameron Juneman who got his hand up near the horse collar of Oldie. The pitch was just a little bit off, too. Oldie had to slow his route down just to catch that ball, but doing a good job nonetheless. A gain of about 2 is going to be the call before the penalty. Referee still discussing it here at the point of attack. This is going to be a holding call. It's actually going to be the call on the offense and a horse collar on the defense. Those penalties are going to offset, so not accepted penalty there for Hanover. We're just going to replay first down again. Not very often do you see 2 penalties on the same play. But offsetting penalties here for both squads. Redo first down. We'll see what they do here. Oldie lone back in the backfield. Now Turk motions back there. We're going to hand it off to Turk right side. Turk breaks 1 tackle, carries about 2 Wildcats with him for about a 3-yard gain there for Gavin Turk, as Hanover just continues to methodically march it down here, down the field.
2:50 to go in the third. No score yet. Bulldogs
38-6, still our score here. Third quarter action. It's been this way since the third quarter, since halftime. Hanover came out hot and scored the first 38 points unanswered on Linn, but Linn driving here in the second half inside the red zone now. I formation with Oldie and Turk in the backfield. It's going to be a fake to Turk, taken down in the backfield. Cameron Juneman then making up for that one.
Number 2. Cameron Juneman comes through.
Grayson Oldie could not get away from the outstretched arms of Juneman, as that's going to be a loss of about 8 for Linn, and not the way the Bulldogs wanted to move on that one.
But I'll tell you why I don't hate that. He kept that ball. He could have just as easily tried to pitch that thing out. Ends up a fumble, and Hanover goes the opposite way with it. Smart to hold on to that ball and just take the loss of yardage.
All that twice last week in the Marysville Valley Heights game, where the quarterback had that option play but was hit and wanted to make that extra, effort, try and get it to his running back, resulted in a fumble. Here, Linn will keep possession on the smart play. Turk back at quarterback. He's going to look to pass. Now he's going to step up the middle. Bounces off 1 tackle. Finally taken down by the Linn defense. That was Tanner Bruna getting in there on the tackle. Gain of about 2 for Turk, but now all of a sudden 4th down and extra long for the Bulldogs.
About 13.
So many opportunities tonight, 3rd and 4th down. So many chances for the Bulldogs, and not a good track record right now for Linn.
3rd down and 14 is going to be the call. Ball on the 20-yard line, or 4th down, 4th down and 13, ball at the 25-yard line. 1:02 left to play here. Third quarter action. Turk will motion a man outside as we have trips to the left. Going in motion will be Connor Oldie. Now Turk's going to be pressure. Cameron Juneman. Turk throws it up. Intercepted. No. Pass complete on the far side to Connor Oldie. In and out of the hands of a Wildcat defender. It's going to be close to a first down. But let's see where the official mark is. Boy, Gavin Turk threw that one up for an absolute prayer, and it was answered. First down, Bulldogs. We're going to call it a 13.5-yard reception by Connor Oldie on 4th down and 13.
And don't think that was a misspeak by my co-host here. That was intercepted and then caught by that ball was in his hands firmly. And then Linn picked it up.
Didn't see who it was over there for Hanover, but had the sure pick in his hands and taken away. Now Turk's going to belly forward for about 2 or 3 yards again as Linn continues to pound the rock inside. Inside the 10-yard line, it will go at the 9-yard line. 3-yard gain is going to be the call for Turk as clock runs under 20 seconds left to play here, third quarter. Let's see if Linn gets one more in for them.
Remains 38-6 favor the Wildcats.
Scoreless third quarter after Hanover answers 38 unanswered in the first half. Linn got their final score with 3:47 left to play in the second. It's going to be a handoff off the middle to Dylan Oldie. The big man rumbles forward for about 5 yards, and that's going to take us towards quarter break. Hanover leading this one 38-6. You're listening to Friday Night Football on KNDY.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
Every great team has shared qualities that separated them from all else. Whether you're talking about the 72 Dolphins, the 92 Dream Team, the Fab Five, or the Magnificent Seven, you can count on one thing. The vision was clear and the commitment was obvious. High standards were set and improvement was never ending. At Sapp Brothers, our goal is simple: to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. And we'll reach our goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Join our team, Sapp Brothers Petroleum, in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
For affordable housing, contact the Hanover Housing Authority in Hanover, Kansas. Proudly serving the Hanover community, Hanover Housing Authority offers 1- and 2-bedroom apartments for rent. The apartments are part of a property with a laundry facility, office, commons area, and maintenance shop. The apartments are clean, safe, and affordable and are located close to schools, businesses, and churches in the Hanover community. Hanover Housing Authority does not discriminate tenants. For more information, contact 785-337-2692.
Third down and 5 now, just inside the fourth quarter break. In switch I formation for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a sweep right side. Now double pass, looks for Oldie in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. An interesting play call there from the Bulldogs. We got to give something a try.
Right out of the quarter break, that was probably something that I think Trevor Coolman had been thinking about for a couple of minutes there. At least he knows he needs to make a play like that, and just didn't go the way of the Bulldogs on that one.
Thought the Hanover defense would bite on the sweep to the right side. They didn't. They tried to find Connor Oldie, who's caught all 3 passes. They're the only 3 passes so far here tonight in this contest. No dice for the Bulldogs, as now it's 4th down and 5. 38-6 our score. Hanover leading in this one, as they have all contests. Turk will be alone in the backfield. In the gun formation now, we're going to fake it to him, to a running back going right. Turk's going to try and bounce it to the outside, get to the edge. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 5 yard touchdown run by the do-it-all-yourself man, Gavin Turk. Is going to bring Linn one score closer here with 11:49 left to play in the third quarter.
And, you know, the play there was made by that fake. It stopped the linebackers in the backfield for Hanover, and Turk was able to take it around and just sneak it inside that pylon. That was the part of that play that really made it all, was that fake on the opposite side.
Faked it to the fullback sweep there for Dylan Oldie to the right. Turk took it to the left into the end zone now for Linn. Bulldogs still trailing though, 38-12. Gun formation, Turk is going to go right up the middle. He's going to be close, but no dice as the 2-point conversion is no good. We're going to keep it right here as Linn trails 38-12 into the fourth quarter. 2-point conversion a moment ago, no good. Looking at a few scoring updates from around the league. Jeff, I know a few of these games have gone final. Do you have any more updates for us?
We have a Blue Valley final. They defeat Doniphan West tonight 54-6. Blue Valley Rams getting a key victory there. Valley Heights right now just all over Wabaunsee. Carson Spoons, I believe, by my count, has 5 touchdowns in the ball game. For that, that is now updated 64-20. Valley Heights over Wabaunsee. So just an offensive night for the Mustangs. And again, Carson Spoons what can't you say about Carson Spoon?
What hasn't he meant to the Mustangs here so far this year? I know talking to Coach Cody Trimble every Thursday during our Coach's Corner interview, I have to write questions not to bring him up because he has been so important to this Mustangs offense so far this year. With that win, as long as the Mustangs can hold on, which we hope they do in that one, that's going to push Valley Heights to 6-1 on the season and set up possibly the matchup of the year with Smith Center next week at home.
How good would that be between them? Oh, boy.
If you haven't got a chance to go watch the Mustangs yet, that might be one you want to go down to. I might have to talk Bruce into maybe getting a double broadcast on that one, as we're going to be over at Hanover calling the Wildcats and the Frankfort Wildcats. But, boy, that's going to be an interesting one to watch. Jeff, I'm going to count on you to give me score updates.
I will be at that ball game without a doubt.
Here's going to be a kickoff. Linn tries to go short. It's going to be fair caught by Brigham Bruna right at midfield, and Hanover will get possession there.
And, that's the beauty of what I do. I get all of these opportunities each and every week to figure out, ooh, I really want to see that game. Ooh, I really want to see that game. And then KNDY calls me and say, hey, you want to do Linn Hanover? Of course, because I love working with my boy Max.
It's a heck of a night. I enjoy Jeff Wirtz here, TVL Spotlight. Give him a follow on Facebook, keeping you updated with everything when we can throughout the year. 38-12 is the score. Hanover looking to open this one up a little bit more. Getting a nice run there on the right side. Sweep will be Alec Juneman, who continues a nice march here so far tonight. That's actually going to be 13 Hanover who gets the carry here on the first down run.
And a terrific effort for Linn on the defensive side. Connor Oldie not letting go on that big run and was able to slow down the Hanover offense a little bit.
Slow down and possibly save a touchdown, but just like that, Hanover at the 25-yard line of Linn. Of course, got excellent field position on the onside kick. Going to be a center stop move up the middle by Bruna, I believe, got the carry again. That's going to be Alec Juneman. Got to get my eyes checked between that 8 and that 3 on the back of their jerseys. Pick up of about 6 for Juneman here on the first down run.
Under 11 to go in the game.
Second down now, and 4 is going to be the call. 38-12 our score. Hanover leading in this one, now threatening inside the red zone of Linn. Stahlbomber in the gun, alone in the backfield. He's going to run quarterback power. Left side, tries to get to the edge, has a hole good enough for a first down and a little bit extra.
He took a big shot there at the end and still was able to get a couple of yards. So a quality run right there for the Hanover player.
Been very impressed. We talked about it a little bit earlier by Stahlbomber's ability to run this offense under head coach Matt Hoyer. Used a lot of motion. They like to get their athletes out in space and have done a good job so far here tonight, making the correct read and getting them in good positions.
Timeout.
We're going to have a timeout taken by Linn as Hanover is threatening inside the 10-yard line. We're going to keep it, though, right here. Remind everyone, keep it tuned after this contest for the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Bryce Leonard and Patrick Booty of Washington and Marysville, respectively. Scores, updates, and recaps of not only this game, but the Marysville game going on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1, twice each hour on game nights. And I want to remind everyone, too, if you're looking for some little college football action, KU at Oklahoma State, 2:30 kickoff right here on 95.5, 2 p.m. pregame. And then Kansas State looking to bounce back against Texas Tech. That's going to be a 6 p.m. kickoff, 4 p.m. pregame over on our sister station. Jeff, I had an opportunity to go watch KU last week down in Lawrence. Let me tell you what, that offense, I think it looks like the real deal.
And, it's incredible what's going on in Lawrence right now. They used to be the basketball school. All of a sudden, we've got volleyball, we've got football, we've got all sorts of great things going on in Lawrence. It's incredible to be a KU fan right now.
Alec Juneman is going to take the rush down the left side. He's going to find the corner of the end zone on the 5-yard touchdown run by Juneman as Hanover pushes up their lead on the touchdown run. Second one of the night here for Juneman with 10:34 left to play here in the third quarter. Hanover leading this one 44-12, 2-point conversion pending. Stahlbaumer will be in the backfield. Running back to his left will be Juniman. In the shotgun, Stahlbaumer takes the handoff, now finds his man over the middle. Who else but Tanner Bruno for the 2-point conversion? We're going to take a timeout after that one, come back with some score updates from Jeff as Hanover pushes their lead up to 46-12.
Not everyone's going to become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the best products in the business, you also get a traditional experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you could always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll free 1-800-252-0847.
Marysville, one final to pass along to you. Taking off the Hiawatha Redhawks 28-0. Bruce Dierking and Jason Brenniger had that call. Appreciate to the guys over on that one. Marysville picks up a much-needed win here late in the season. This is going to be a return right side now by Connor Oldie as he gets a heck of a return. Takes it about the 5, brings it all the way up to the, we're going to call it the 30-yard line.
Connor's been really good tonight for Linn. I think he's been a nice little piece. Anytime he gets the ball, you know he's going to give his best effort. And again, another play that he just made by himself.
One of the 5 juniors on this squad for Coach Trevor Kuhlman and his Bulldogs, looking to build off of what they're trying to finish off here this season, moving on into next year. Of course, next week they do host the before-mentioned, or they travel, to the before-mentioned Blue Valley Rams, the 2-4 Blue Valley Rams. So it will be another heck of a matchup there between Linn and Blue Valley, as Linn they will both be 1-3 or possibly 1-3 in district. So a fight for that last district spot next week between the Rams and the Bulldogs.
And I think it's a very even matchup and a nice chance for both of those coaches to figure out exactly where their team is.
Under first-year head coach down at Blue Valley, or Trevor Kuhlman, third year here for the Bulldogs. I formation now for Linn. It's going to be a spinner back to Turk. He's going to gain about maybe 6 inches. And there's a little pushing and shoving going on there now towards the end of this contest. Getting a little chippy. You got to be smart. You've already seen one personal foul penalty called on Hanover here late in the second half, as they've had 7 penalties accepted on them here tonight.
You know, this is a matchup that we always see a lot of competitiveness. Maybe not necessarily on the scoreboard, but when they get together, it is always a little bit difficult for both teams.
I think we mentioned it at one point during that first half. The scoreboard might show Hanover leading big in this one, but on the field it has been a heck of a competitive game. Run up the middle by Turk will be a pickup of about 4 on third down, but it's going to be a hold on the Bulldogs. Second accepted penalty or third accepted penalty on Linn here tonight will push them back even farther on this deep third down now. And we're going to call it 17, I believe, will be the final call.
And this is traditionally a series that Hanover has really dominated. The last win for Linn against Hanover was 2005. So, I mean, this is a series that Hanover has dominated, getting a nice victory, getting a nice lead in this one tonight. Not going to call it quite a victory yet. I think Linn still has a lot in the tank going through the rest of the quarter.
Was talking a little bit before, was going to bring up that opportunity if it did bring up it. Of course, sitting to my left here, a gentleman that saw the last win that Linn got against Hanover back in 2005. It's been a few years since the Bulldogs have had Hanover's number.
And the reason he stumbled there is because I looked at him, because I think he's calling me old there. Yes, I was around for that. It was right after Adam and Eve. But yes,
pretty close. Give it a few years after that one, right?
I was around for that game in 2005.
Now, I always say, I don't call you old, you put that in your own mouth. So I wasn't implying that, but
perfectly fine.
It's called a first-hand experience is what I was looking for. Bulldogs have trouble on the third down. Now they'll punt it away. It's a block punt by Hanover. Hanover's going to jump on it. Or excuse me, they're
Gets blocked, gets hammered.
not going to jump on it.
And Hanover
will take over possession. So just like that blocked punt, Hanover's going to look to put this one away here late.
No blocking up front, and I got
Linn had no one even close to blocking on that play. That was a total breakdown by the Bulldog line there. And, again, Hanover could just end this thing very quickly.
And, of course, we've talked about it there on that Connor Oldie return, but a good job by the special team so far for both of these squads here tonight. They've done an excellent job of keeping a clean game here all evening. It's going to be a run up the middle by Juneman on the first down play for Hanover. He's going to go to the left side, down close inside the 10, close to the first down marker. Let's see where they mark it at.
Just about a first down.
We're going to give him 9 yards on that run as Juneman continues to carry a nice rock here tonight. Over 100 yards here so far for Juneman, unofficially 2 touchdowns to his name, but those 2 fumbles, too, look long on in the back. Gun formation now, Stahlbaumer with Juneman to his left. They're going to hand it off to Juneman, and he's going to get an opportunity again up the middle, down inside the 5-yard line. Right at the 5 will be the marker.
Get the hand on him, get him down.
5-yard pickup there for Juneman on first down. So now a second down and goal for Hanover.
And this offense right now is kind of dual purpose for Hanover. They are putting it farther down the field, but also running some clock.
5-yard line.
So kind of a dual purpose, these short yard runs.
Clock running, 7:38 left to play. Fourth quarter action. Hanover leading 46-12. Stahlbaumer's going to hand it off to Juneman. Bevy himself up the middle, putting that shoulder down. Not quite a touchdown, but probably down at the 1 is going to be the call.
Will be second and goal.
Second and goal now for Hanover, and they look to push this one out of reach for Linn.
Hanover's got to get the push up front, and it looks like they're just going to run a sneak here.
Sneak for Stahlbaumer up the middle. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And just gets low and gets in. Regan Stahlbaumer with a big play there for a short yard touchdown, and almost putting this thing away for Hanover.
1-yard touchdown run by Regan Stahlbaumer. That's going to be his second one here on the evening.
And, it really goes back to that. Don't make it harder on yourself than it actually is. Football is on the surface, a very simple game. That was as simple as you can go. Just run straight ahead, guys.
Puts it right up the middle. 2 receivers right now for Stahlbaumer in the gun. Juneman to his right hip pocket on this 2-point conversion. It's going to be an option right side. Inside, the Juneman walks in for the 2-point conversion, and that's going to push this Hanover lead up to 54-12. We're going to take a timeout here. Keep it tuned right here as we roll down to the finish on this. Hanover leading 54-12 on senior night for the Bulldogs.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
For all your gas and service needs, it's OK Service Station in Hanover. You'll get fast, friendly, dependable service every time you visit. They have fuel available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Ask how you can get a gas card for 24-hour fueling at OK Service. They also handle tires, tire repair, exhaust work, and oil changes too. Stop by, say hi to the folks at OK Service in Hanover.
7:07 to go in the game.
Max Blasky back here with you. Jeff Wirtz to my left of the TVL Spotlight. 54-12 the score. 7:07 left to play in this contest. Hayden Behrens gets a leg into it, drives Connor Olding back into his own end zone, and that will be a touchback. Looking at both of these teams' schedules coming up, one more guaranteed, game for both of these before we start playoffs in high school football. It's hard to believe that this fall has already gotten away from us. The Linn Bulldogs will travel down to Blue Valley, as we mentioned before. Looking at it, that's going to be a game that determines who gets into the playoffs, as Linn will set at 1-3 in district play. Blue Valley catching their first district win tonight against Donovan West, 1-3 too as well. As for the Hanover Wildcats, they will face a Frankfort Wildcat team that got blown out tonight by Axtell, but a good team nonetheless, depending on that score. Frankfort's going to come in with a 5-2 record. As long as Hanover can hold on for the last 7 minutes here in this one, Hanover's going to go in with a 4-3 record into that contest.
But how mad do you think the Wildcats are right now? Obviously, Axtell was a better team in that game, but man, oh man, are they going to come in with a fire next week in that matchup?
Talking to head coach Nick Anderson of the Wildcats, he knew this was going to be a tester for his teams, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, the tough schedule they've played all season long, and that was going to be their biggest test of them all, as that team looks to get into the playoff picture, which they haven't for the last couple of years. Second down play is going to be a draw play to the right. Gavin Turk's going to get that, but a holding penalty on Linn will be their fourth accepted one of the night. Will drive them even farther into their own territory here during the fourth quarter.
Another self-inflicted wound there for Linn, and that's just, there's been way too many of those tonight. Not just necessarily penalties, but missed opportunities, missed catches, things like that. That has been the doom for Linn, and credit Hanover for forcing those for the most part.
A competitive game throughout it. Scoreboard might not show it, but it's been a fun one to watch here with you. Glad you're all along on another Friday night football. Of course, next week, we already mentioned it, we'll be up at Hanover as they host the Frankfort Wildcats. I'll be on the call with that one as we get closer towards the end of the football season. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, state volleyball is kicking off October 27th and 28th. Talked about it a little bit with the TVL teams. Hanover, I think, with a shot to get in. Valley Heights with a shot to get in. I think a dark horse team, too, as well as that Frankfort Wildcats team. If they catch fire, that could be a team that can make their way through that sub-state.
And again, tomorrow with the league tournament, a lot of things are going to be determined there. And seriously, a large group of teams that have that opportunity to take a league title home tomorrow.
And, of course, Hanover looking to avenge their loss last year in the state championship game. This team has gone undefeated in league play, 11-0. I believe they've only lost 3 or 4 matches so far here this season, but led by a senior, Tessalosi, who has had a heck of a high school career.
She has been tremendous all 4 years for Hanover. One of the better athletes to come out of Hanover, and that's saying a lot.
Saying a lot for that program and saying a lot for the volleyball school as well, as they will look to make another march for a state championship. I know I had that call last year, an opportunity to call my first state volleyball game. Those girls were devastated when they couldn't be able to bring home that championship, so an extra fire is going to be underneath their belt here this year. Turk's going to look back to pass on a long fourth down in his own territory. It's going to be incomplete, and Hanover once again will turn it over on downs here late into the fourth quarter.
Linn turns it over on downs, gives it back to Hanover, and they have the opportunity now to really put this away.
And finish this one off here with a touchdown, leading 54-12, 4:35 left to play here in the fourth quarter. But it's been a fun one to watch. I'm happy and glad to have all of you along here so far tonight. And, of course, big shout-out to all of our sponsors that make these broadcasts possible each and every week. We thank you so very much, not only tonight, but throughout the entire season and into basketball. Stahlbaumer's going to give it off up the middle, running to his left. Will
freshman Kedrick Cohorst.
Be Kedrick Cohorst. First carry here for the freshman late into this fourth quarter, Pick up about 5 there for the freshmen. So now you're seeing Matt Hoyer getting a few of those other kids involved.
And that's where this starts with Hanover. It starts at day one in the high school. Freshmen getting in games like this just improves them all throughout the 4 years. we're going to see these guys on Friday nights coming up soon.
And a deep Hanover team here as Coworks gets a run up the left, touchdown, Hanover Wildcats, and that will be the contest. A 12-yard touchdown there by the freshman Caden Cohorse, and that pushes this game 60-12, and I believe that's where we're going to finish it.
3:51 to go, and I believe that's the Mercy report.
That is the ball game, folks. Hanover wins this one 60-12 as they pull away from Linn on senior night. We're going to take a timeout, catch our breath, bring you back a recap before we finish off this contest. Again, Hanover wins this one to move to 4-3 on the season. Linn now will fall
Volleyball tournament tomorrow. Everybody like to see you there. And
to 2-5 on the season. 60-12, your final score. We'll bring it right back here. Max Plasky and Jeff Wirtz on the call.
Main Street Market in Hanover is a proud supporter of all Wildcat athletics. Stay up to date on all the new deals, sales, and more by visiting their Facebook page. Stop by and check out everything they have for your next gathering, family event, or game day. When holidays roll around, don't fret. Main Street Market has you covered. Sure to have everything you need to keep the family full and happy. That's the Main Street Market, downtown Hanover, your local hometown grocery store. Linn Community Nursing Home raises the standard in long-term residential care. You'll discover a family-oriented atmosphere where visitors are welcome 24/7. Rooms are already furnished and can be personalized with your favorite photos, decor, and extra touches. Your loved ones will enjoy the savory restaurant-style menu available, ensuring nutritious meals. Linn Community Nursing Home is more than a facility. They're a tight-knit community and dedicated to providing the best care in a place that feels like home.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas. Apply out Wildcat Booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Quality, integrity, durability. These values make Landall stand out above the rest. Landall Company offers stable employment, recent increase in wages, overtime hours, growth opportunities, and a benefit package that includes $2 per hour shift differential, 4% attendance bonus, profit sharing, fuel allowance, and a comprehensive insurance package. Join the Landall team. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disabilities welcome.
Hanover runs away with this one 60-12 as they finally finish this one off here on a 12-yard touchdown run late into the fourth quarter. Hanover getting the victory on senior night for the Bulldogs on this one. Hanover moves to 4-3 on the season, while Linn will drop to 2-5. So, Jeff, as we look at this contest as a whole at the end, final thoughts before we wrap this one up and get on to a few other things?
Well, this is clearly a very good Hanover team. They just gutted it out the entire time. Linn did not have the firepower. We talked about it in the pregame. They needed that number 2. Dylan Oldie got in a little bit, but it was just too much Gavin Turk, and eventually that is stopped, and Linn just had no answer for Hanover in this game.
Well, and I think, too, Linn had, a long touchdown called back with a penalty. They had field position inside the 20 on Hanover at one point in that first half, fumbled the ball. They fumbled it inside their own 10, too, as well. So I think things you can work on if you're head coach Trevor Kuhlman, but just a tough way to let this one run out as long as you can.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do as a coach when things like that happen. It's not, all right, let's go scheme this out. It's not something you can do on Monday. It's something, okay, we've got to get over that. We've got to put that Friday night out of our head, get back Monday, and start working again for their game coming up on Friday night, which is now of utmost importance against Blue Valley.
If you're just catching with us, yes, Blue Valley wins their game here tonight, moves them to 1-3 in district play. Linn falls to 1-3, and so on the last game of the season, it's going to be two teams fighting for that last position in the playoffs in District 3 to see who's probably going to play Osborne, to be honest, in that Week 9 contest.
So you think it'll be a pretty big game then, huh?
I think it's going to be a big game. I think so. I think so, too. And if you look at it, too, you look at two younger coaches in the TVL, Trevor Kuhlman in his third year. I can't think of the coach's name from Blue Valley, but in his first year down there.
John Paulo,
that's right, getting his first year down there. And what an opportunity for the Rams. I saw them in basketball last year playing that TVL tournament, and a different culture that's being built down there at Blue Valley.
Definitely, and I think that's a program that needs to be rebuild a little bit under their former coach for so long. A new coach needs to come in there and revamp some things. I don't think there was anything wrong with the Blue Valley program, but getting that new name, new face, new energy in that, there you go. And make this a Blue Valley team that a few years ago was very potent in a lot of sports. If they can do that and turn this thing around, Blue Valley is going to be a threat in the TVL.
Well, and with some changes, too, to the TVL, if you happen to catch us at halftime, we were talking some realignment, Republic County possibly coming in. It's an exciting time to be with the TVL. Now, when you look at the Hanover Wildcats, they moved to 4-3 on this season. You look at their losses, Clifton Clyde, who is now 5-2 on the year, El Saline, who is now 6-1, Axtell, who is undefeated, and Hanover also beat Osborne back in week one, who is now 6-1 on the season. So this is a team that has been battle-tested, battle-proven, and I think has an opportunity to make a run now in the playoffs.
And I might be a little bit biased because I love what I do in the TBL. This is a Hanover team that if they were playing in, pick whatever league you want throughout the state, if they were playing in that one, might be 9-1.
Yeah, that very well could be.
It is a very competitive league, and the names you just read off are the best of the best in the state that Hanover has fell to. And we saw tonight, on any given night, Hanover probably could take one of those games and twist it around pretty quickly.
And I think we got spoiled from a few years ago seeing these undefeated Hanover teams and just running over people. I talk to Matt Hoyer every week on my coach's show. This isn't the same team. This isn't the same, group of boys from 5 or 6 years ago that's just going to steamroll everyone. But they're still finding constantly ways to win and improve week to week.
And with Hanover, imagine this. You see what Axtell's doing right now? Hanover has won now. That winning streak was, I believe, 42.
It was up there, yeah.
It was incredible. So there's history in that program. There are people that still want that program to have history and still have a future, and they do. And,
of course, next week they're going to get a tough test against the Frankfort Wildcats team that fell scoreless tonight to Axtell, but everyone's been doing that this year so far. Of course, we'll have that call. I will have that call as Jeff's going to get the night off from the radio next week, but we'll have that call up in Hanover for Hanover Senior Night versus the Wildcats. Taking a look here at this game real quick, if you're just catching us, Hanover Wildcats win 60-12 in this one. They rattled off 38 straight points in that first half before Linn got on the board midway through the second quarter. Linn took their first possession of the third quarter in for a touchdown, and then Hanover finished it off with 3 touchdowns in that fourth quarter. We talked about it throughout the contest. It was a competitive game, even though maybe that scoreboard doesn't show it.
Definitely, and I don't think Linn can really feel terrible about losing this game this way, but they do know what they can work on. They do know what they can fix. And this isn't one of those games that they're going to just say, oh, we didn't have a shot. Because they did.
They did. They really did. It was a few uncostly penalties, a few turnovers here and there, and this could have been a different contest. Looking at just a few unofficial stats here for the night, we talked about Gavin Turk. He toted the rock over right at 30 times for 123 yards, 1 touchdown to his name, 2 sacks too as well. But other than that, Dylan Oldie, who is your big fullback, only got 6 rushes for 17 yards. Rayson Oldie, who played some quarterback here tonight, had a sack, had a fumble, was 0 for 2 in the passing game, and then Connor Oldie, too, had a few completions, only 10 yards on the ground and only 12 through the air. And when you look at this Hanover team, back to them, it was all led by Rankin Stahlbaumer. He finishes the night unofficially with 124 yards passing through the air, also 40 rushing yards on 14 carries, 2 touchdowns, but also Alec Juneman had himself a coming-out party. 14 yards, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 fumbles to his name. I think this Hanover team, when you look at it, the name I didn't call that I got to call all the time a couple weeks ago against Blue Valley was Aiden Oljean. He only finished with 2 carries, 37 yards, but a touchdown to his name. And I didn't even call Braylon Mine's name one time tonight. He was an exceptional athlete for the Wildcats.
And you know what that means? They've got a lot of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of weapons for this Wildcat team. Matt Hoyer just has to sit back and smile sometimes when he sees what he's got on this field. And that's going to prove big for them in the next few weeks and into what they can do over the next month or so.
And I think moving forward, too, defense is going to be the key for the Wildcats, and we're going to see that, what they can do against that high-powered Frankfort Wildcats team next week. Looking forward at our schedule, like we mentioned, next week we'll be at Hanover as the Wildcats face off against the fellow Wildcats of Frankfort. That tip will be set at 7 o'clock with the pregame starting around 6:45. Of course, this weekend you can catch KU and K-State football. KU football will be right here on FM 95.5 at 2:30 is the kickoff, 2 o'clock pregame for the Crimson and Blue show, while on our sister station, FM 94.1 AM 1570, the Kansas State Wildcats look to bounce back against the Texas Tech Red Raiders with a 6 o'clock kick, 4 p.m. kickoff for that one. Of course, keep it tuned right here all evening, too, as the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Bryce Leonard of Washington and Patrick Moody of Marysville, bring you scores, stats, and updates, as well as game recaps all night, twice each hour, every game night. Jeff, before I let you go here, king of the TVL Spotlight, do we have any more score updates, or could you give me a wrap-up of what happened around the league here tonight?
We'll just run through. Cliff and Clyde defeated Rock Hills 58-6. Valley Heights was rolling over Wabaunsee. Blue Valley gets the victory over D West 54-6. I said Valley Heights 64-26. They take down Wabaunsee. Troy over Onega 48-13. And that Axtell Frankfort game ended up being pretty lopsided as well.
I think you were in that 46-0 range. I think Frankfort got out scoreless, didn't they?
It was pretty lopsided as well. So a terrific night, really, all around. The only one that I have yet to see anything from is Washington County. I'm interested to see how that one turned out, because that one was a bit. It was important for the Tigers to get really going. I haven't seen that yet. I'm working on that. I will have that, of course, on the Facebook and Twitter pages, and we'll see what's going on.
And where does everyone find you on Facebook and Twitter again?
Of course, at TVL Spotlight on both Facebook and Twitter. At TVL Sports Spotlight on Facebook. I mix that up, and people get very upset. It's TVL Sports Spotlight.
Got to remember that. We're talking sports all the time. And, of course, tomorrow kicking off, you're going to be up at the TVL tournament, keeping everyone updated as the TVL volleyball tournament gets underway for the ladies tomorrow up in Washington. It's been a heck of a week. Districts are going to get started here in 2 weeks for football, sub-states next week for volleyball. It's an exciting time of the year, isn't it?
It is very exciting, and it makes me happy to do what I do. I love covering the TVL. I've been doing it for a long time now, way too long now, and absolutely love it. And thank you so much for having me on tonight. This has been just another notch in my belt, another landmark night for me.
Well, we always like to have you on, along with myself here tonight. Max Blasky signing off, thanking you all for joining us tonight. Jeff Wirtz of the DVL Spotlight, thank you again, sir. Again, here tonight, the Hanover Wildcats defeat the Linn Bulldogs 60-12 as Hanover moves to 4-3 on the season. Linn will drop to 2-5. Linn will travel down to Blue Valley in a big district game next Friday, while Hanover will host Frankfort in our KNDY featured game of the week next Friday night right here on KNDY 95.5. For Jeff Wirtz of the DVL Spotlight, this has been Max Blasky of KNDY. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Have a safe travel home, and we will see you all again next week for a great Week 8 matchup in the state of Kansas.
KNDY.